What's going on, people? I'm your host, Double R. You're now tuned in to Retro Rob Television. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Argon Show in the building. Salute to you. Salute to all my new subscribers, man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. And salute to all my original subscribers for always holding your boy down. I truly appreciate that. Make sure y'all hit the like button as you come on in, people. Hit the like button as you come on in, my people. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Argon? Let me see. Judah Ben Israel in the building. Salute to you, brother. What's going on, man? Argon Show in the building. I'm gonna wait for some more people to get on up in here so we can cook. Y'all can hear me loud and clear. Thank y'all for coming on in the building, man. Hey, make sure if you want to, only if you want to, people, you donate to the cash shop. Retro Rob 24. If you want to call in, there's the number. I'm gonna wait till some more people to get up in here so we can cook. Judah Ben, my brother. How you been, Judah Ben? Hey Judah Ben. How you been, Judah Ben? Or shall I call you Uncle Ben? Hey, look at my Uncle Ben, people. What's up with you, champ? I'm cooling like a fan, champ. You said, what you say? Hitman is dead. Okay. How confident are you, Judah? I've been swell. How man? You been swell, you been well. Hey, that's how your man gonna get done. He gonna get done swell. Hitman gonna do it swell. And he gonna be doing it and doing it and doing it well. Huh, baby? Can't complain at all, my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, we just living life to the fullest. See, when you know how this goddamn structure work, you know, when you know how this goddamn infrastructure work, and you know how to work it, champ. Yes, sir. But yeah. Let's get on into it, man. So, turn the music down. I'm very confident this cast Hitman don't have a chance. Okay, so I'm gonna blow it up. Pause. I'm gonna blow you up. Pause. Case plug in the building. All right, I'm very confident this cast Hitman don't have no bars. Ha ha ha. Okay, so if you're confident, are you willing to bet on it? That's the question. To be or not to be? That is the real question. To bet or not to bet? That is the real question. Are you willing to bet on it though? Are you ready? Are you willing to do what Cassidy hasn't been doing so far? And that's put your money where your mouth is. Oh, he been putting that motherfucker in his pocket. He been putting that money in his goddamn duffel bag. But he ain't been willing to put the money where his goddamn mouth always seemed to be at. You feel me? Just got my cut, so I might act a little Hollywood today. Oh yeah, okay. Hey, my brother Carlos, man, coming up out the shop looking like Latino he. Coming out the barber shop looking like Eddie Guerrero. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Oh man. My boy, Los is in the building, champ. Hey, Judah, I ain't hearing nothing back, Judah. I ain't hearing nothing back. Are you willing to bet on it though? We could bet a gentleman's 20. We could bet a gentleman's 20, Chant. Carlos Rosado, I don't bet on nobody but myself. That's a fact in Christ, player. But I'm not betting on a battle that's not being judged. Oh, okay. That was a good one. That was a good comeback. Okay. They say minor setback for a major comeback. So you think Cassidy gonna have the major comeback after the minor setback? Okay, that's what you feel. That's what we feeling right now. Okay. All right. I'm more of a what have you done for me lately type of motherfucker. You hear me? So what he done lately was not a damn thing. So I got to see it to believe it. Will they be honest with the outcome though if Cass killed? Oh, they don't have to be honest with the outcome. Cassidy, the narrative out there that Cassidy had lost the goods. And you seen how we switched that narrative back around. So if Cassidy come with them bars, see, like I told you, all Cassidy got to do is give minimal bars, level of bars. That's all he got to do. Because you know Hitman ain't really got them bars like that, but he always talking like he hard like that. Hitman is little brother. But he really ain't got them bars like that. So we ain't really worried about what Hitman coming with. Because we already know what Hitman showing up with. Whole bunch of performance and slightly to no bars. So, but the title of this video is about Cassidy. And we going to, give our analysis. I'm trying to watch my words. We're going to give our analysis on a couple of these videos Cassidy did. One was Hip Hop is Real. One was, of course, day before yesterday, I believe, with ARP and stuff. And he's finally doing interviews and stuff now, which is great because Cassidy is the energy, That's why I laugh when these haters come on here and try to make it seem like, oh, Double R, you switch up. Double R, you a hater. One dude, I wish I could show y'all right now, but we not on the camera. But one dude just wrote a whole fucking paragraph. I thought he wrote a whole goddamn novel. I said, damn, for me? How generous. You wrote a whole novel for your boy? God damn, boy, I might cash out you $5, champ. God damn. I said, you wrote a whole goddamn grocery list, champ. My boy wrote a whole grocery list. Let me see what my brother's saying. How generous, champ? Exactly. So how is he going to win against Cass with no bars? Oh, simple. Because Cassidy ain't got none. Cassidy ain't got no bars. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to this shit, though. Let me see what my man Los said. Maybe Los might make some sense about this thing. Carlos Rosado, none of it would matter if Cass come outdated. Oh, yeah, I knew Los was coming with the heat. I knew he was coming with the heat, champ. Latino heat. Dun, 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 dun. We lie, we cheat, we steal. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Only difference is, in this case, we talking about Cassidy. We lie, we cheat, we steal. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Cassidy is like that dope fiend in your family. You know that. You know the dope fiend in your family. The one that's always, oh, I'm clean. I'm sober. You know, the alcoholic, the dope fiend. I'm clean. I'm sober. I've been clean and sober for a while now. You feel me? And you seeing a little progress, or the progress that they, that they kind of like giving you the persona of, or they showing you. And you like, you know what? This motherfucker really been trying, man. I'm a look out. Because I love growth. I'm one of them type of motherfuckers. I like to give to people when they showing me growth and they showing me effort. So you want to donate to the cause, right? And the whole time you don't even know. You don't even realize that all you doing is continuously donating to the habit. That ain't changed. I look at a dope fiend in that analysis the way I look at Cassidy right now. We keep thinking that Cassidy going to show us this vintage Cassidy, quote unquote. He's going to get back to the Cassidy we know. But I don't know, because Cassidy talk all this shit like the dope fiends do. Oh, I'm clean, nephew. Oh, I'm clean, son. Oh, I'm clean, brother. I'm clean. You like, okay, all right, you clean? Nah, you ain't clean. You still a fiend. You feel me? That's Cassidy. Oh no, we gonna finally get Vengeance Cassidy. Oh, I'm gonna turn up. Oh, I didn't really do good as much. He ain't gonna say he didn't do good though. Just like a dope fiend ain't gonna admit that they a dope fiend. A drunk ain't gonna admit he's a drunk. But they gonna try to convince you that they done cleaned up. Oh, y'all done cleaned up from the goods battle. All right, I'm ready for Arsenal. And it's even worse. All right, I done cleaned up for the Arsenal battle. Now let's go in there with Hitman. And it's going to continue. In my personal opinion, it's going to continue. I wonder when it's going to stop with the fans. When the fans going to stop believing the bullshit. Not the fans that don't believe it or the ones that didn't believe it to begin with and tried to tell me, but I ain't listen. I'm talking about Cassidy actual stands. Cassidy actual fanboys. You see what I'm saying? That just believe that somehow, some way, Cassidy is, and I'm not going to say that there's no way that Cassidy can't change, but it's going to take time. Cassidy has absolutely nothing. Cassidy don't have bars. We going to get into all this shit. He has absolutely nothing. So how the fuck you think you just about to go in there with Hitman and just drastically just change? If Cassidy does that, then Cassidy is the GOAT in and outside of the ring. He is the greatest to ever do it because I've never seen that before. I've seen Lux, but even Lux was still cooking against Calico. Even though he had that little stumble where many people actually feel like Lux was playing around. You know, that was part of the script. You feel me? But what Cassidy is doing is dead serious. Cassidy had every intention on destroying Arsenal. He just didn't have the material to execute it. That's just the God honest truth, people. And I wish you guys would see it, but sometimes, you feel me, you gotta get it in plain sight. Carlos Rosado, Judah Ben Israel, my brother Cass. Oh, y'all, you talking? Carlos said my oldest brother was a dope fiend and he stole my hot water. Nah. I think in my head. Yeah, hey, my mother and father got me good. My aunt Sandra, right? I wanted this goddamn on play when when the PlayStation 1s first came out. I got this PlayStation 1, man, and I was asking her, she asked me what did I want for Christmas, when I was celebrating the bullshit. But when she asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I said I wanted the Marshall Falk. You remember when Marshall Falk was in the front cover? I think that might have been 2000 or something like that. Yeah. Marshall Falk. No, so this was actually when the PlayStation 2 was about to come out, and it really, I think it might have came out, but I still was kind of playing on the one, and I wanted to get the Madden with Marshall Falk on the cover, the 2000 on PlayStation 1, and she told me it was actually one more there, and I got lucky. I woke up the next day, and my mother and my father stole my Long Johns, my PlayStation, and my Madden, and my TV, and there was something else, but I forgot. I was blown. But prior to that, we clean. We clean. That's Cassidy. Oh, we clean. How much do Cassidy need to take for motherfuckers actually get what people been telling them for this long? And people was telling us, hey, your mother and father, they a dope fiend. Your mother and father, they this, they that. How many times do Cassidy got to go in there and stink that motherfucker up before you niggas realize he just don't got it no more? He's done. We gonna get to another thing too, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna get to this one first. I was watching an interview with Daylight talking about it. We gonna get to that first. We gonna go back. Hold on, we gonna let this advertisement go. We gotta let the advertisement go.
Before we let let you go out of here, man. We got some news last week. Cassidy versus Hitman, man. We have a lot of.
I think that's a dope battle.
Yeah.
A lot of people was like, I think it's a dope battle. It's dope to book people. It's dope to make matches, and I think ARP made a match with that.
We got a call. Judah Ben Israel, what's up with you, champ?
You bumble clawed rascal. You bumble clawed rascal. Blood clot, any clot in the clot. In the clot.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a goddamn blood clot listening to Cassidy's bullshit. Let's go.
Blood clot, you blood clot.
Talk to me, champ.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say through the whole combo. You blood clots. You blood clots. What's good, champ?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much, man.
What's up with the chain?
Man, I damn near caught a cramp earlier today. Fucking around with that basketball shit.
Hell yeah, niggas getting old. Niggas getting old, G. We can't do what we was doing back at 13, 14.
Yes, sir. Hey, anything you got to say on this?
You might as well hang up the phone lines because I'm taking over the phone lines this whole live.
Okay. I got you. My motherfucking man. Hey, anybody want to call in? Call in. But if not, let's get back to this shit.
You know what I mean? Like, it might not be super lyrical shit. It might not be no Chilla Jones type of, like, you know what I mean? Like multi-dimensional rapping, but yeah.
Hold on. We got Demetrius Harrell, right? He said, haters, yo, why hate on Cassidy? Hey, you lucky I just read that, brother. Call in. You got any opinions? Any statements you want to make? Call in, champ. That's how we do it on here. We call in. Argon Show. He said, but after he lose, he's going to be dead. I mean, well, you can't really tell the Cassidy fan club anything, you know? Cassidy can lose a million times, and they're still going to think we're going to get vintage Cassidy. I mean, to be honest with you, we got vintage Cassidy already. You know, we got the vintage Cassidy. You got to realize what you're saying. You're saying vintage Cassidy. So you're basically saying the outdated version, because vintage Cassidy is the outdated version. That's all we've been getting is the outdated vintage Cassidy. That's what we've been getting. You got to realize what you're saying, people. People saying, yeah, I want vintage Cassidy. We're going to get vintage Cassidy. Yeah, you've been getting vintage Cassidy. How that's been working out for you? Let's continue.
Hitman is still fire. I ain't going to take nothing away from Hitman. Hitman is still a very, like, all-around battle rapper. And Cass really don't have the performance, but he got bars. Like, you know, although Cass don't be rocking that stage.
Which is a goddamn lie. You heard what Daylight said? Let me round that back. He said Hitman got the performance, which we all know. And he said Cassidy got the bars. Now, I want y'all to understand this. Just because you got bars don't mean you got bars. You understand that, right? Just because a poet is doing poetry don't mean he or she is rapping. That's not rap. That's poetry. Poetry is talking. Rapping is with rhythm, on a beat with rhythm. Poetry is just talking. You understand the difference between poetry and rapping, right? Okay, so if you understand the difference between poetry and rapping, then you should understand the difference between what an average battle rapper does that actually raps and what Cassidy is doing. That actually got bars to what Cassidy is doing. Cassidy is rapping. Cassidy got bars, but he ain't rapping and he don't got bars, if you know what I mean. If you can read in between the lines. Don't mean the shit is fire. That's what I'm saying. For those of y'all that kind of catch on a little slow. Don't mean it's fire. Yeah, he's rapping, but it's trash. Yeah, he got bars, but it's trash. You know, kind of like Tay-Rock. Yeah, Tay-Rock got bars, but it's trash. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what we got to start doing. We got to start showing people the difference between metaphors in real rap. You see what I'm saying?
And although y'all might say,
but that was a lie right there, which was really kind of the truth, technically, because Cassidy has bars, but the bars that he rap are trash. Cassidy actually does rap, but the raps that he rap are trash. You feel me?
His shit sounds somewhat outdated.
Yeah.
He's still gonna come in and bar your life away. He gonna try every line.
Salute the true sinister, man. A member. Salute to you, brother.
Whether it's hot or not, he gonna throw punches.
Try.
He gonna throw punches.
I keep telling people third time's a charm, man.
But you know, although Cass don't be rocking that stage, and although y'all might say his shit sounds somewhat outdated,
yeah,
he's still gonna come in.
He said, although Cass don't rock that stage, so that's one. He said, and although y'all say no, it's not us saying shit. It's what Cass says. It's what Cass says, Daylight. He said, although y'all say that Cass is outdated, the shit that he rap is outdated. No, what Cass raps is outdated, brother. What Cass is rapping, what Cass say is outdated. Don't do that. Don't do that. Daylight can be too smart for his own self. Don't play those semantics. Don't play those games. This is what the Cassidy fanboys do. This is what they do. ORR, you switch up. Okay, well, call up and explain yourself and express yourself. Because I'm all about logic. I'm not about your feelings. I keep telling you that. There's a difference between explaining something with logic and reasoning and explaining and expressing something because you feel a certain type of way. Don't nobody give a fuck about your feelings. Don't nobody care about your feelings. If I had a motherfucking dime for everybody, you know, for how I felt, moving on how I felt, I'd be broke as a motherfucker right now. I want y'all to let that sink in. Y'all be like, well, if you had a dime, then you'll probably no. Think. You won't have a dime because don't nobody give a fuck about how you feel. Nobody cares. This is the real world. This is not about how you feel world. This is the real world. My brother, Shadow Assassin, he said, so he washing dishes with soap. That ain't soap. Hey, it just depends on how you view it, champ. Nah, man, I'm sick and tired of this, True. I'm sick and tired of these clowns, man, coming in the comment section, man. Messing up my damn comment section with some BS.
Bar your life away. He gonna try every line. Whether it's hot or not, he gonna throw punches.
I'm gonna wind this back. I'm gonna wind this back so you clowns can understand. This is Daylight. This is Daylight doing what y'all niggas do, trying to save Cassidy. Because him and Cassidy talk on a personal level. I done spoke to Cassidy. Him and Daylight talk on a personal level. So him and Daylight cool. So Daylight ain't gonna cross that line. But anybody else, let's say if Daylight, this is how fake these niggas is. And I fuck with Daylight too. His rapping. I don't know, as a person, he a little funny. But with his rapping, when he really rap, the lyrical, miracle, spiritual shit, as he say, I fuck with Daylight. But Daylight full of shit in this, you know, scenario. He's full of shit. This is how you niggas sound, though, when you try to come defend Cassidy.
Don't have the performance, but he got bars. Like, you know, although Cass
but this is how I want to show y'all something. This is how fake motherfuckers is, right? Hold on for a second. Let me know whoever's calling in. Let me know that it's you that's calling in, because clowns gonna come in and out because they getting in their feelings right now. So this is how fake motherfuckers is. If this was K-Shine, if this was Rum Nitty, if this was somebody that Daylight wanted to battle or Daylight didn't really particularly agree with or fuck with like that, he would be saying a whole lot different. If Daylight didn't really fuck with Cassidy, if Daylight really didn't fuck with Cassidy like that, Daylight would be saying what the fuck we saying. But I'm not saying what I'm saying because I don't fuck with Cassidy. I fuck with Cassidy. That's why I say he's the energy. Cassidy, that dude. But we gonna be honest about this thing. We not gonna lie. We not gonna sugarcoat this shit. We ain't gonna sit up here and lie and act like somebody doing. If it's okay for Cassidy his whole fucking promotional run to talk shit about Goods, to talk shit about Arsenal, to talk shit about all of these other battle rappers and their inabilities and their shortcomings and their lack thereof, then it's no problem for us to critique Cassidy. It's no problem. What Cassidy think? He's off limits when it comes to critiquing and telling the truth and speaking the facts? That somehow this is hating? Come on, man. Come on, man. A lot of you dudes is in denial, man. A lot of you dudes is naive, in denial, or you just don't want to see.
In that stage, and although y'all might say his shit sounds somewhat outdated,
yeah,
he's still gonna come in and bar your life away. He gonna try every line, whether it's hot or not. He gonna throw punches. He gonna throw punches.
I keep telling people third time's a charm.
So why would Daylight say whether it's hot or not? You heard him say whether it's hot or not. He's gonna, if the shit was hot, he wouldn't have to say whether it's hot or not. Daylight ain't the type of person. You seen how he just said Hitman can perform and he left it as that. But when he went to Cassidy, he had to explain all of this shit. He had to explain himself. You know why he had to explain himself? Because Cassidy don't explain himself. Only time Cassidy explains himself is when Cassidy is on top. That's what you call a fucking sore loser. That's what you call a sore loser. This was a man that went on record and said he lost to his son. He was fucked up that he lost to his son. He don't like losing. So that's what you call a sore loser, people. When you can only, talk and run your mouth and celebrate when you're doing well. But when you do bad, you hide. You hide like a sucker. You see what I'm saying? That's what he did. He hid like a sucker. He ain't gonna really do no promotion. He ain't gonna do no promotion. He ain't gonna do no interviews and stuff with 3 Letterman and shit like that. And with all these other dudes now. Because he know they gonna ask the questions. Okay, why you talked all this shit and you went in there and laid that egg in your hometown? Yeah. Why you get in there, talk all that shit, and then you get in there with Goods and had that performance you had against Goods with? And all these dudes talking about, yeah, but the Avengers was there. Yeah, the Avengers was there before. The Avengers was there in the Arsenal battle, and the Avengers gonna be there in the Hitman battle. Hitman is actually one of the Avengers. So what y'all gonna do? What Cassidy gonna do? Y'all gonna keep it complaining about the Avengers, or you gonna get some vengeance? Bars. You gonna keep complaining about the Avengers, or are you actually gonna go in there and do at least 30 to 40% of what you said you was gonna do? See, Cassidy ain't gonna talk shit now. He ain't gonna run his mouth now. He ain't gonna go and call himself baddie and all of these podcasters and bloggers and all that. He's not gonna do all of that because he's not in a position to do it. So he's gonna hide and do little interviews here and little interviews there, and he's gonna go in the battle and still rap the same way he been rapping. Y'all niggas don't understand. Y'all better wake up, and that's why I'm here.
Man,
but look, I'm gonna tell niggas this. This battle all depends on the setting.
Okay.
When I watched Cass and Disaster, I seen Cassidy go from I don't know what I'm doing, and when they got in that small room, he turned into a demon. He was back to like.
He said the battle all depends on the setting. All depends on the setting. And I'm going to say this too. Cassidy was not a demon against Disaster. He was not. Cassidy literally beat Disaster with a scheme. See, people said, oh, Double R, you switching up. No, I said Cassidy beat Disaster then, and I'm saying Cassidy beat Disaster now. I said Cassidy was beating Goods then. I'm saying Cassidy beating Goods now. He did beat Goods. I'm not one of these dudes that say, oh, he did beat Goods before, but he didn't beat. No, he beat Goods. One of these clowns came on my channel talking about, oh, Double R, but you said Cassidy beat Goods. And I'm still saying it. I've been saying it. You're mad because I'm not saying it in the way that you want me to say it or the way that you think he did it. Yeah, he beat Goods. But did he destroy Goods? No, he didn't. He didn't. Yeah, he beat Disaster, but did he destroy Disaster? No, he didn't. It was more so about what Disaster wasn't able to do. Now, I credit Cassidy for finding a way to kind of like suppress what Disaster was trying to bring to the table. But to just say he went in there and destroyed Disaster. So by you saying he destroyed Disaster, you're actually admitting that that's the best Cassidy actually can do. Y'all niggas got to watch the way y'all talk. You got to watch the way you run your mouth. By you saying Cassidy destroyed Disaster, you're telling me that that's the best Cassidy you've ever seen. And if you're saying that, then I can't deny it. I can't challenge it at all. You see what I'm saying? If you're saying that's the best Cassidy you've seen against Goods, then I can't deny it. But you also confirming and proving my point. That Cassidy is done. That's what you're proving. If you clowns say, "Oh, what you mean?" That Cassidy is done.
Young Cass with the I don't drink whatever Bacardi.
Let's go back so y'all niggas can hear.
Try.
So y'all niggas can hear the protection and the delusion talk. Let's go back.
Rapper and Cass really don't have the performance, but he got bars. Like, you know, although
Translation: Cassidy don't have the performance or the bars. He's trash. Translation. Let's go.
Don't be rocking that stage, and although y'all might say his shit sounds somewhat outdated, yeah, he's still gonna come in
again. Although y'all say no, Cassidy said it. Cassidy said outdated shit.
Bar your life the way he gonna try every line, whether it's hotter.
No, translation: Cassidy barred his life away. He rapped all those bars until he barred himself away, until the crowd was chanting 3-0 in Arsenal's favor, in his opponent's favor, and Arsenal bought a house off of him. Now can walk around having fun, joking around, while Cassidy is walking around talking delusional about to go in there and get destroyed yet again. Y'all niggas better stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And whoever this is calling, you could keep calling. Demetrius Harrell, it might be you. Y'all could keep calling, but I'm going to pick it up when I want to pick it up. Because I know that if I was to answer it, you ain't got shit to bring to the table. That's worth me answering you. That's worth me responding to you. You're not going to bring nothing to the table that's worth an answer from me. You're not. All you're going to do is a bunch of Cassidy nut hugging and protecting. That's all you're going to do. Let's go.
He gonna throw punches. He gonna throw punches. I keep telling people third time's the charm, man. Like,
but look, I'm gonna tell niggas this. This battle all depends on the setting. Okay. When I watch Cass and Disaster,
that's another lie Daylight told. He said this battle all depends on the setting. Think about it. All depends on the setting. But one thing about being in a setting is that you can't change those lyrics. You can't change that material. You cannot change Cassidy's rapping style, his slow rapping style. Like you couldn't change Chilla's slow scheming. Chilla had to change it himself. And now Chilla is one of the best in the fucking battle world right now. Salute to Chilla. See, that's the problem. Y'all won't tell Cassidy the truth so Cassidy can change. You know what I did? I realized in order for me to tell Cassidy the truth and be honest with Cassidy, I will have to be honest with myself about my views on Cassidy. Again, in order for me to tell the truth to Cassidy about himself, I will have to be honest to myself about how I contributed to who Cassidy is today and how I need to switch it up to make sure that Cassidy is a step closer to being the Cassidy we want him to be, or he is capable of being. But that's the question. Is Cassidy capable of being that? We would only be able to find out if we tell him the truth. But just lying to him is only going to keep him complacent, thinking that he's doing great when he's not doing good at all. So y'all are okay with watching those performances, or you're one of those people that feel, oh, this time, like Daylight, or Uncle Roger said, like Uncle Roger said, third time's the charm, huh? Third time is the motherfucking charm. Yeah. Third time is going to be the charm because Hitman is going to get him the fuck on up out of here. You see what I'm saying? If Cassidy don't get it together. Yes, sir. Cassidy, hold on. Cassidy is the best. Okay, keep telling yourself that. Shadow Assassin, my brother, he said cooking and listening. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. XX Bugs, my brother Jer's in the building. What's up with you, bro? He said Daylight had valid point. He's talking from what he experienced personally on a pay-per-view. Okay, would you like to call up and explain it? Call up and explain it. Call up and explain it, people. I want to hear from the people. I want to hear, hey, Demetrius Hurl, King Tally in the building. What's up with you, King? Demetrius Hurl, call back in, brother. Call back in. I want to hear your view. I want to hear your view. About to call you now. Okay, XX. Okay, let me hit XX first. Come on in, call in, call in. Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Who this? Demetrius? Or this XX or Demetrius?
This Demetrius. What's up, man?
What's up with your chant? All right, so what's your take on it, man? What's your take?
Man, I'm a Cassidy fan through and through, man. I'm like this, man. I done heard that man.
1 second. All right. Hold on.
I was good, my boy. Saying.
What's good? So I got both of y'all on the line right now. So don't speak at once. Go ahead, Demetrius. Go with yours first.
Like I was saying, man, I'm a Cassidy fan through and through, man. I mean, the man is phenomenal in my eyes. And I mean, I'm an 80/90 baby, man. So he's been around that era. But it makes me feel like, God bless Biggie. I know the anniversary. Biggie came from battle rapping. Would they do the same thing to Biggie? Would they do the same thing to DMX? He came from battle rapping. If he wanted to step in without, he's washed up. He's saying a bunch of delusional things. And I'm like, well, come on, man. Like, I'm listening to all these, newcomers that's coming.
Okay.
Don't be wrong.
Okay, I'll put you on hold real quick. All right, so, yeah, I would do it to Biggie. Biggie, one of my favorites. I would do it to Biggie. Yes, I would do it to whoever you just named. I would do it to him if they step in this battle rap ring and they perform like Cassidy did, okay? I want to know if y'all heard what I said. I said, yes, I would do it to Biggie. Yes, I would do it to them if they step in this battle rap ring and perform like Cassidy performed.
Well, I mean, me personally, I feel like he did well against Goods, but against Arsenal, and I'm from North, where Arsenal from. And even people in North can say, like, Arsenal wasn't that great either. Yet Cass beat himself because he promised us an 8 or 9 or whatever, and he wasn't. Now, I'm a diehard Cass fan, but I'm an adjusted fan. You didn't do well. This battle against Hitman, you need to step up your cadence and your performance because you got the bars. A lot of them are hit and miss. I'm not even going to lie about that. That second round versus Arsenal was horrible. I was like, Cass, your potential is way better than this.
Well, I think the whole
dude did kill him. So they gave him that they keep giving him this life for him to feel that way. But you notice the humbleness for Arsenal because against Hitman, he's not talking all crazy. He's more like, I have to have a different approach because he's watching our comments and everything we say on the YouTube comment. He's watching all this. So I just want him to know, as a diehard fan, is you do need to step up, and that's just being real. We only want to see the best out of you. We're not hating, or you do have a lot of haters, but you do have your objective fans like us that do fuck with you.
Okay, so who this Jers?
Yeah, this Jers.
Hey, Jers. So I just wanted to get that out, for you to say who you is, because there's 2 people on the line. So
okay,
I was about to say, so how do you feel about my thoughts of Cassidy so far? Well, since the Arsenal.
Well, I'm gonna take it back to when you first did your recap the night of the battle, and you felt like he lost. Now you spoke for some of us, and a lot of us felt like, oh, well, double R. That's how you feel, and you have that right to feel like that because me watching it on pay-per-view, I felt the same way. You understand? I'm not biased because you would think, okay, well, I'm from North with Arsenal. I see you out with ours. But I was a Cass fan first, just like him and all the rest of these battle rappers. So we was expecting, even they was expecting that, like, and he didn't deliver. So it's like, yo, Cass, you better than that.
But this wasn't. But this.
Was saying,
one second.
My Daylight play real quick, double R.
Go ahead.
What Daylight is saying is, from what he's seeing in a small room, he was right there when Disaster battled Cassidy. From when they had that big stage performance the night before. Yeah. Cassidy did not perform well on that big stage. And we seen that Disaster was about to tear his ass up. And I'm going to admit that. But once he got in that small room, and like Cassidy was more comfortable, he got his entourage, and it ain't many people. And he basically had to adjust his bars because the stuff he spit on the stage that night before was totally different than what he spit in that garage. And what Daylight saying he turned into a demon, it was the energy that they witnessed there that night. Now, when we watching it on camera, we like, okay, he did well, but he could have did way. Like, I think he did beat him more than with his scheme. That scheme is what did it in the first round. You're right about that. But the third round, when he did the little card scheme and he just was showing them different ways to break down bars and the science, like, I gave him 12-3. Like,
now, if Daylight said,
after that scheme.
If Daylight said it was like, did he say it was like he turned into a demon or he turned into a demon?
Well, from what I'm getting out of it, he said he turned into a demon, like, because it's like.
Now, if he said if it was light, because words mean everything, and Daylight is smart enough to know that and do that.
Yeah, you're right.
If he said it was like Cassidy turned into a demon, yeah, it was like that compared to what he did the night before. But if he said Cassidy turned into a demon, no, we just seen plenty of battles with. We just seen Swave Sever turn into a demon against Danny Myers in the third round. Well, the second round, I think. Might have been the second or third. Like, you'd have seen battles when niggas literally, we'd have seen Daylight borderline turn into a demon against Tay-Rock.
Yeah, he damn sure did. He turned straight to a demon.
So did Cassidy turn into a demon? Like, you should say if it was like that, okay, from the night before, yeah. But if you say he turned into it, no, he did not. He did not. He just beat him with his game.
No, he did not. No, I agree with you on that, Deborah. Like, that night in that garage, he definitely did. I mean, see, I've been to an event. I've been to the UW event before. And the energy at a Smack event and the energy at a UW or another band is kind of different. Yeah. So now that we are RBE, the crowd is a little more receptive to bars than RBE. Smack crowd, you have to impress the Smack crowd for 3 rounds. The Smack crowd get bored with you, like, at times, even with conceited guys that punch back to back, a lot of times the Smack crowd get bored with that. Because it's like, okay, we know you could bar, do something else. Like, we're impressive. You understand? So, that's the part of the that's what element Cassidy needs to add to his rap style. Now, he needs his cadence, meaning like he needs to bring his energy up and down. He got to know when to go steady. He got to know when to turn up, and he got to know when to turn down.
But I wanted to stick to that real quick. I want to stick to that real quick. Hold on. I wanted to stick to that real quick. You just made a great point. I want to stick to that real quick. You said Cassidy needs to change and alter to that element of the performance aspect, right? On the URL. Right? That's what you're talking about. So how long do you think it would take for Cassidy to work on that on top of Cassidy's mentality that he don't need no help? Like, explain that.
Well, the thing with Cassidy is, see, when the new era jumped off, he didn't jump into this new era right away. Like, Mook jumped into it, Lux jumped into it, and they made their adjustments. Cass came in years later and jumped on Disaster. So, to me, it's like he got to get his reps up. If he would have started when they would have started, we wouldn't be having a conversation now. So, he got to get his reps up. He got to know when he's preparing these battles, you have to prepare for the crowd. You understand? Some of us do appreciate bars, but the way battle rap is set up now is like everything evolves. Like basketball, like the same, like it was when we grew up in the 90s.
Now you say he jumped in there.
Football, like the same. When we grew up in the
you saying he jumped in there with? Listen, you say he jumped in there with Disaster, right? He dove right in there with Disaster. Now, the first night it was on the stage. I'm trying to get people to understand it. The first night it was on the stage, and we all know that it wasn't about to go well for Cassidy on that stage that day. But he did show up in the garage. But the thing about the garage, the small room and the stage, I want people to understand, and I think I said this before. Cassidy, get that small room out of your mind. It's never happening because they got the leagues got to recoup. And the only way for them to recoup, to bring somebody like Cassidy in, the name of the Cassidy, it has to be on that stage where they can get more people. Now, the only way that they can do a small room is if Cassidy himself promote around the small room. Now, if he promote around the small room and say, I want it, because, you know, Cassidy is getting pay-per-view percentages. He getting, you know, probably live gate, you know, money from the gate from the people that's coming in. So you got to have people. You got to have a crowd. That's just like not to get off course, but like a Deontay Wilder and a Tyson Fury. They can't have that fight.
Yeah,
Tyson Fury was like
a big venue. Yeah, definitely, it's a big event. So
yeah, and then on top of that,
crowd there, like,
and then on top of that, because of the names, listen,
ain't no crowd.
Listen, because of the names, you gotta make money for them. They gotta have money. They gotta have the names. Cassidy gotta have money. He demands a certain type of money, and the leagues gotta get paid. They gotta get paid too. So you gotta have the crowd. So not saying Cassidy can't do the small room, but they're gonna have to. Cassidy and the league owners are gonna have to agree to do it in a small room environment.
Well, what I think is Cassidy, like when Smack first brought him back, he should have put that Guns and Cassidy battle on a volume setting just to get his reps up. Because even Sue Search said something about that. Cassidy got to get his reps up. Like, you know, his first round versus Guns, like, it would have been perfect for this era that we're going through with this pandemic now. Yeah. Like, Guns would have really, like he would have really had a hard time with Cassidy in that first round. And his rounds went to 8 as well in a smaller setting. But Goods know how to perform. He know how to cater his bars to the crowd. He know how to, and you know, it's hard to really 30 Goods. Goods never been 30. That's one thing I can actually say about that man. You know, he got a lot of haters too, and people not liking him because they diehard Cassidy fans. It's like, bro, listen, I love Cass to death, but I'm not going to not like other people. I'm not going to.
But I want to say this, right? What you're saying and how people feel things should go is entirely different. You do understand that to what is going to happen. So what you feel, like you might feel, and I feel like if Cassidy get in a small room environment, it's gonna be a long night for somebody. You know, and I feel like if Cassidy can somehow find a way around knowing this battle rap shit, it's gonna be a long night for everybody. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that go ahead.
Like if you pay attention to Cassidy first rounds, he started off pretty well. Like he got the potential, and then he get monotone. Like it's like now it's like he just rapping, and he not attacking his opponent.
But are we naming, like, come on now, like Prez Mafia had the potential, Brooklyn Carter had the potential. Like, do I need to keep going? Like, there's a lot of battle rappers that had the potential, but are we really judging battle rappers on their legacy off of potential? We're judging off of what the fuck can you do all 3 rounds?
Well, you always say you judge a battle by his last performance. You know, like, so your last performance against Arsenal, he's knowing his heart, especially after this interview he just did earlier. He know that he cannot bring that same exact energy to now. If he do that, that means I'm just getting checked. I don't care about wins and losses. It's an opinionated sport. People want to see me anyway. But the way he was talking, you heard the humbleness in him, like, because like when he promoted against Goods all month long, all over social media, he was wild, like getting at him, even against Arsenal. But it's like with Hitman, it's a whole different approach because Hitman ain't gonna come play with you. We know Hitman don't come to play. Hitman is coming to, and Hitman got something to prove. Hitman don't want nobody to think he's gonna 3-0 Cat. He want people to say, "Oh, I think Cassidy's gonna beat you this time," because he got a lot to prove.
So I heard what's the name say something earlier, right? It was Cassidy. It was actually Cassidy himself. Cassidy said, he said like, we already know Hitman gonna come with the performance, and was joking about Hitman performance. But then he mentioned something about, you know, like basically implying that Hitman don't have no bars. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, Cassidy should kind of be the last person to say somebody don't have no bars, because he has shown that, at least in his last performance, that he don't have any neither. You see what I'm saying? So at least we know Hitman is bringing the performance.
Just a lot of his bars don't be catered to his opponent. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he got bars, but he go off topic too much.
Let me rephrase that.
Cardi B teeth and all this bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
let me rephrase that, because I said this earlier. I said, like, you could probably rap. Can you rap?
No, I I'm not.
There's a bunch of people that call. There's a bunch of people that be hitting me up in the DM. Double R, I can rap. Double R, I can do this. Double R, I can do that. But I could rap if I put my mind to it. I could battle rap. You could battle rap if you put your mind to it. That don't mean it's good. That don't mean it's top level. Like Cassidy got bars, but that don't mean that they're actually potent bars. They're actually top level bars. Like when he rapped against Goods, that is like a fraction. The first round he did against Goods was good, but that's like a fraction of what we know Cassidy is really capable of doing.
I just feel like he's trying different angles to see where he,
I agree. I agree 100%. I felt like Jag was doing that as well. I feel like Jag was basically he was learning on the fly.
Well, I think Jag actually showed him how to perform. I mean, talk to him about that. Like on the stage catch, you gotta Jag is a real stand-up dude. We all know Jag is a real stand-up dude. And I think he's basically telling Cass like, yo, listen, I'm gonna just be honest with you, big bro. Like, this is what we on the same card. This is what we got to do. We going against two killers.
Let's do something real quick, fellas. Let's do something real quick. Name your top 5, both of y'all, but one after the other. Name your top 5 dudes that you know that really got a pen.
Well, I really don't have a top 5, but if I did have 5, I would say your pen. See, that's.
And name 5 that don't. Name 5 that do. Hold on. Name 5 that do, and name 5 that don't. And I'm gonna write it down. Go ahead.
5 with a pen. Okay, we got Lux, of course. We got Mook in my house. We got Daylight. We got definitely Killer Jones. His pen is crazy. We got Mr. B. Dot. His pen is crazy. There are a few others I'm missing too. That got crazy pens. I can't.
That's 5 right there. That's 5. Okay, those are good names. Some of them names is in my top 5. Lux and B Dot. But okay, name 5 that don't.
5 that don't.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but even though you're from Jersey, I don't think Shotgun Suge has a great pen.
That's a good name.
Pen is okay.
That's a good name.
Who else don't have a great pen?
Verb. I saw.
No, I disagree. I disagree with that one. Go ahead. Okay, let's say Verb.
Okay.
I'll put Verb anyway. Go ahead.
Who else don't have a pen?
This number 3.
I can't say that Hitman don't have. Matt Alpha don't have a great pen either.
That's a good one.
Okay. Man.
How you gonna say he don't have a good pen and say salute to him?
I'm just being honest.
You is, but that's funny. That's funny. Go ahead.
His pen ain't the greatest, man.
That sounds like some shit I do.
I'm just being honest. JC got a great pen. I'm missing somebody.
Big T. How about Big T?
You said JC?
Big T.
I will say
Big T actually got a good pen.
Nah, he don't. What about DNA?
DNA more of a freestyle. Pen wise, I don't think he's.
Okay, what about Tay Rock? See, those are names I got. DNA, Tay Rock, K Shine, Big T. Them niggas don't got pens. None of them niggas got pens.
Nah, Tay Rock is average at pen, but his delivery, his aggression, his performances, and he got some gun bars.
Okay, so
being witty, nah.
I'll say Tay Rock. So we got one more.
Nah, Surf got a pen.
Daylight. He hit him there.
Oh, he definitely got a pen. Daylight.
Now y'all say Daylight had a pen already.
Oh, you know what? I have a good pen. No disrespect to this dude, Briz Rothstein.
Yeah, that's another. Okay, Briz.
Yeah.
All right. So the reason why I asked y'all that question, right, is because y'all are trying to convince me that Cassidy has bars, and I'm like, okay, we could have easily added Cassidy to that list of people that don't have a pen. You see what I'm saying? As of right now in battle rap, because as much as we talk about Cassidy doing great, and you're not doing great on the big stage, but doing great in a small room. He only been in a small room once, and he been on a big stage twice, and he didn't really rap that good outside of the Goods first round. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to put, and then we can talk about Suge. Like you said, Suge don't have no pen, but Suge has had performances where it kind of looked like he.
But he did great against B-Dot the other day. I was really impressed.
Yeah, like Cassidy did good against Verb. I mean, did good against Goods in the first round, but then flamed out. So and then you have Suge. He got 30 by Pat State. Got cooked. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, when y'all say, well, Cassidy got bars, I was trying to get the names from people just to pick your brain to see who y'all would and I might start doing that more. Who y'all feel have bars and who really don't. Go ahead.
Jay Mills has bars, but he's not on that list. Same with Cassidy. We know what he can do.
Jay Mills don't have a pen. Cassidy don't have a pen. Bill Collector don't have a pen. You just name them, and I tell you that they don't, whether or not they have a pen.
Yeah, Bill Collector more of a performer. A lot of people say Hitman don't got bars, but Hitman really paying he don't. But
whoever this dude is coming in the chat, I don't know if that's real Big K or fake Big K. Big K definitely has a pen. Big K is definitely one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, Big K definitely got a pen. Whoever thinks that.
One of the greatest. Big K is in my top, between top 3 as far as greatest puncher ever. You see what I'm saying? Outside of Magic and Nitty.
Where Nitty at?
Rum Nitty has a pen. Rum Nitty definitely has a pen.
No. Yeah, he definitely got the pen. But is Rum Nitty real witty? Is the thing. Rum
Nitty is witty.
Yeah, I'm saying outside the gun bars.
Rum Nitty he's a legitimate
outside the gun now.
Witty is.
That's what I want to know.
Damn, I said witty. Yeah, you should call him witty too, because call Nitty witty. But the thing is that Nitty is a legitimate top 2, number 1 puncher.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
All punchers are witty. Oh, I'm talking about punchers. I'm not talking about people who you think like what's the name is a great sneaky puncher like Twerk. He's a really good sneaky underrated puncher. People be like, oh, Twerk. Nah, Twerk actually has a pen. Twerk actually can punch. Like on people get so caught up in his performance and all that shit. But Twerk actually can punch. Reed don't have a pen. Reed don't got no pen. Reed's average. Reed is a great Reed is kind of like a borderline performer. Reed is good at like making you feel like kind of like Briz. I look at Reed the same way I look at Briz. They don't necessarily have top level pens. They got like subpar pens, but they both are good at kind of acting it out. Like K-Shine too. K-Shine, I might make a list of dudes that don't really have pens, but they're good at performing them. They make it say they're good at performing their bars, so it kind of amplifies what they write.
I think that's why Cassidy's looking at Hitman like that, because he looked at him like Reed Dollars. Reed Dollars, that's Cassidy Man's shit, but Hitman is more of a performer. I don't really know if Hitman got a pen like that, because I've seen him on Wild 'N Out, even when he tried to diss Eminem, and he didn't really, I was like, I don't know what to say.
Oh, you know who got a dope pen? I forgot. I remember this dude, Iron Solomon. How the hell I forget Iron Solomon?
Iron Solomon got a pen.
Iron Solomon has an underrated ass pen.
Iron Solomon had a pen for a long time.
And
it was cool though.
And when he battled up Nitty, man, he was punching Nitty. He was punching with Nitty, punch for punch, literally.
No,
see, this is
what a crazy battle.
ENS ate that man food.
So do y'all think Calico got a pen?
Calico?
Nah, because that wordplay scheme he did against Lux wasn't really like, and I'm like, okay, where's the wordplay? You just made a basic bar saying how you gonna kill him.
See, I think we should have a listen. I think we should have like a list of dudes, like a pool, like a genre for dudes that kind of like, I call them battle rap great impersonators of battle rappers. That's what I call them.
Well, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
You think ENS got a pen?
Enes
got a little pen.
Enes, yeah. He got a little pen. Like Enes is he's not like super lyrical with it, super dope with it, but he can, depending on what Enes would get.
out of Iron Solomon though. Like I haven't heard nothing from that man since Enes did him in.
Iron Solomon, these niggas like what last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Enes is more of a performer, but Enes has a sneaky pen. Enes is like Twerk, but Twerk is on steroids. Twerk is Enes on steroids. Like Twerk don't have a super great pen, but Twerk has a sneaky ass. He has sneak punches. He has really good sneak punches. Like he not punching like Big K, Rum Nitty, Magic, or none of them, but he has super underrated punches. Like niggas be like,
you know who got a great pen that they play too much though? But when they really focus, Charlie Clips. When he focused,
Clips.
Off the hook, like I think Clips is the hardest dude. Like when he's focused and actually not playing, he's one of the hardest dudes to beat in battle rap because he can go it all. So it's like,
see, Clip. No. Listen. I had a list of 3, right? I had a list of 3 dudes that because I asked the question, who in battle rap? Listen. I said, who in battle rap when focused? Give me 3 names in battle rap if they're focused are damn near unstoppable. And my 2 was Magic and Twerk.
Oh, that's
great. When focused, not choking, not forgetting no rounds. When they're focused, locked in, and they want to destroy you. Magic and Twerk is damn near unstoppable. And who y'all said? Clips. Clips was the 3rd one.
Yeah, I got Arsenal, man.
And y'all know who another dangerous motherfucker when he focused?
Who?
Ill Will.
Oh yeah, Ill Will. Yeah.
Ill Will got a pen.
He got that slick talk though. He like that slick talk though.
Yeah, Ill Will got a pen. Ill Will definitely
don't have a bad pen either. So Surf got a pen. How many Surf up?
No, bro. Come on, bro. No. Surf is still in that, but he's a little bit better than them. But Surf is in that Tay Rock, K-Shine type of league where they're real good.
I don't know. I really wouldn't put Tay Rock in there after what I witnessed what Official did to him. I really wouldn't put Tay Rock up there like that.
No. I'm not putting him in nowhere. I'm just saying he's in that league where
just that Surf in that class with K-Shine and them as far as pen.
Yeah, where they're good. They good at acting out the shit that they rap. You see what I'm saying? They'll make you believe that they saying some crazy shit, like Reed Dollars and all of them. They'll make you believe that they saying some crazy shit, but it's really the way that they're performing it, the way that they're acting out with it. Because I asked a couple dudes. I said, name me one bar, one haymaker that you've heard from K-Shine that was just crazy. Give me just one.
That shit. He said the verb when he said he was gonna fuck around and what shit. His whole first round versus verb was crazy.
What'd he say though?
Oh yeah.
What'd he say? Give me one.
Yeah, I can't even think of the bar straight up, but he was saying some shit.
Because he ain't say nothing, bro. He didn't say nothing. Yeah, well, somebody told me that line. I said that shit wasn't that crazy, bro. When he talking about he'll put a hole in here, walk through that shit. That shit was crazy, bro. What you say? What you say? You said the way he did what?
The way he delivered it and performed it.
There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. You just proved my point, bro. That's the same thing that they said, bro.
The setup to the bar was crazy too. The way he set it up,
bro.
It's also about setting.
That's what the dude said. Yeah. We don't judge off setup. Setups is just a crossover. The object of the game is to put that motherfucker in the hoop. That's when you have the punch. The punch, the bar, that's the putting the ball into the goal. The setups and all that shit, that's the crossover. That's the spin move. That's the I'm gonna get past you. When AI crossed over Mike, that was the setup. The shot, when he made the shot, like you know how in basketball, right? Like my man Lo said, right? In basketball, where you cross a nigga up, everybody be out there, ooh, but you know the shit ain't complete unless you make the shot, right?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
K-Shine don't make the shot. Yeah. K-Shine just cross up, set up, and all that shit. He don't make the shot. And performances is just like style points. It's just like a reverse slam. You can reverse all you want, but if you don't put the ball in the hoop, it don't matter. K-Shine will do a reverse and get hung. K-Shine will do what Cassidy did to Arsenal. Do a Nate Robb and get hung. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what people. Go ahead.
I just feel like K-Shine, man. Like it's like I said, it's more of the angle, the delivery, the way he set up. Like he was saying, you know, if he don't set it up, the ball don't go in the hoop. You got to cross over. Hell, sometimes you got to double dribble just to get your point across.
So are we judging battles? Because these would be the same. Y'all be the same ones to say, well, Cassidy, is about bars. Cassidy not about all that extra shit. But then we'll give. Not saying that y'all are, but I'm just saying this is how a lot of people think, especially when it regards to defending Cassidy. A lot of people will defend Cassidy and be like, well, Cassidy didn't come here for the bars. Battle rap is about bars. It's not about all that performance and shit. Okay, cool. That's what I'm about. But then they'll turn around and defend K-Shine and be like, well, K-Shine, it's the way he did it. It's the way how he did it. He ain't really had bars like that. Okay, so what is it? What are we judging it by then? Are we judging it by the bars or are we judging it by the performance? But whatever you pick.
The rapper had to learn that because she used to have that slogan, bars over everything. And then she realized when she's on that stage, it's more than just bars. She even had to adjust to that, because she would just go up there and bar you to death. And people tell her, you got the bars, you got to match that. And she started doing that, especially when she battled the fix you. She started doing it more. So
well, give me an example of a man. Don't give me an example of a woman because,
Oh, no, I'm just not, because it's dope females too. And it's
men be trying to find reasons not to really like females. So give me an example of a man. I don't really like covering females anyway. Like, people not really interested. See, I'm a YouTuber, so I can tell y'all, we get interest off the numbers of how many people is coming in to watch. So if I do a video on a female right now, y'all not gonna want to hear that shit. I don't care about no damn female battle rapper. You see what I'm saying? It might be maybe 5 people, 10 people that like it, but don't nobody really care about that shit for real. So I want to get you one try. Give me no disrespect to the sisters. No disrespect to the sisters, because go ahead. No disrespect.
I'm like this, man. Cassidy, like I said, Cassidy, man, I've literally heard him spit Bible verses that make him sound so lyrical to the point. It's like, how can this man really be beat? Like I said, he came, like my man was saying, he came into the new era of battle rap, and Loaded Lux and Murder Move, they all came in and they adjusted. And I think Cassidy is learning as he goes, and he's adjusting. That's why you haven't heard nothing from him.
But see, here's the thing. Here's my problem, bro. Here's my problem, and I think this is everybody's problem that is saying this. Now, you got haters. You're going to always have haters. I'm not talking about them. But I'm talking about the people that feel the way that I feel, that feel the way you feel, XX. Is that when Cassidy talked the amount of crazy shit that he talked, and he don't go in there and deliver at least 60 to 70% of that, that's when it turns into delusion. That's when it turns into, oh, you trying to scam the public. You trying to scam us. You trying to play us and convince us that you're about to do something that you know damn well, or you may not know damn well, but by this time we gotta say he know damn well because he did it against Goods, and then he did it against Arsenal, and he still ain't coming out saying nothing about it. But what you do when you say certain shit like that, you don't leave yourself room for error. So when you come out and talk all that shit and then go in there and perform like you did against Arsenal, you can't come out here making excuses. Or I wasn't really ready that night. Or I really wasn't feeling it. Or Arsenal, I didn't feel like Arsenal deserved it. Nah, nigga. When you was promoting and you got everybody on your side on the promotion, and you got and everybody felt like you was about to do something, and you don't deliver in that way, then you got to come out and you got to own that. You got to say, man, I thought, or don't talk that type of shit. Like if you got a family, right? Y'all both got a family, right?
Yeah, I got a family. Yeah,
I'm talking about like you got kids and shit, right?
Yeah.
So y'all got kids. So if you tell your child, "Oh, I'm gonna give you such and such on Christmas," or "I'm gonna give you such and such on your birthday," are you gonna get their hopes up just not to, to not do it? Are you gonna get your kids' hopes up to turn around and not do it?
Yeah, like to disappoint them now because you made a promise.
Because you know how important it is to them.
Right.
For you to do that. Not even just about the gift. Not even just about the gift, but the fact that I want y'all to understand the nostalgia. It's not about the gift. It's about the fact that daddy is supposed to be my Superman.
Right.
He's supposed, like to Cassidy, to us, Cassidy is supposed to be the Cassidy that we know he is. So when he talk this type of shit and he don't even deliver, let's say I'm just using an analogy. Let's say you give your kids, let's say 50% of what you said you was going to do. You wasn't able to get, the stuff that they really, really wanted, but you was able to at least get something. Cassidy didn't give a shit. So imagine coming home to your kids and not being able to get them. Sorry, y'all. You know, money was tight. I had to pay the bills. I couldn't really, but I'd do it next time. They gonna feel like, damn, Dad ain't Superman. Dad cheated us. He said he was gonna do it. You feel me? Like the thing with Cassidy is different. With Cassidy is like Cassidy made all of these promises, and it ain't even about Cassidy not delivering because none of us are perfect. You people fuck up, but I'm just saying. The way you talked, like simmer that shit down. Like I can get it in a goods battle.
Like, I don't know why you got issues with the way he talked because that whole Jerusalem thing.
I have no issues with the way that Cassidy talked. I have no issues with the way that Cassidy talked. I have issues with the way Cassidy back it up. I have issues with the way that he back it up. Go ahead.
That man came to. He battled the whole Rough Rider camp before he was battling the Jadakisses, the DMXs. They used to battle back in the day.
Cassidy killed, and guess what? Cassidy talked that shit, and Cassidy walked that shit. He talked that shit. Yeah, he killed them niggas. He talked that shit against Arsenal, and he lost. He talked that shit to Goods, and he went in there and pulled that bullshit.
But this is why he talked like that because he used to battle with the Rough Rider camp. That's why
I agree. I agree. That's why he talked that shit. But it comes at some point, and I agree it's not really Cassidy's fault. I'm just saying this because I talk my shit to motivate Cassidy. That's what I do. I know Cassidy listens to this shit. Cassidy been listening to my videos since the real BRC. Anything with Cassidy name on it, and this is a little trick that I'm telling. Anything that got Cassidy name on it, Cassidy gonna listen to it. Now, whether he listened to it for a long period of time, of course he's not gonna listen to it if you're not saying anything good about him. But you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But he's going to listen to it. And when he listens to it, my thing is for Cassidy to get the good understanding that, no, I'm not going to make you feel comfortable with performing like the way you've been performing. It's not happening. That's just like anybody. If you really fuck with somebody, bro, if you fuck with me, you're going to be like Double R. You doing these videos and you jive like, man, you this might not be the thing for you, bro. Like you stumbling, you fucking up. You know, like you gonna let me know, like, bro, you making a fool of yourself. You making an ass out yourself. I don't give a fuck how much money Cassidy think he making. Is that money worth you making a fool out of yourself every battle? Because that's exactly what's gonna happen if Cassidy keep thinking that what he's doing is okay. And he could say in a million videos, oh no, it's gonna be different this time. It's gonna be different the next time. It's gonna be different. That's why he said he's like the Dauphine aunt or your Dauphine mother or father. Oh no, things is different this time. I'm gonna come get y'all. Like my mother used to always say, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come get y'all this time. I'm gonna get myself together and I'm gonna come get y'all. Never came. You see what I'm saying? So it's like at what point do the fans? But listen, what point do the fans start being like, okay, this is what Cassidy is? Go ahead.
I'm like this though. At this point, because Cassidy, like you said, he's not doing a bunch of interviews at this point. He's quiet, and I'm like this. What do you do when you trap an animal in a corner? They end up lashing out at you, and I'm like this. Cassidy's gonna end up lashing out, and like Hitman said, he don't want to be that one that Cassidy lash out to and have him sitting in the corner looking like a sick puppy.
Okay, Cassidy,
so he's quiet.
So who's this? Like XX or is this Demetrius? Okay, Demetrius. XX, you still on the phone?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you feel the same way that he feel?
What?
Do you feel like Cassidy is an animal that's trapped in the corner and he gonna lash out on Hitman, or do you feel like I feel? Do you feel that Cassidy is quiet because he can't talk the amount of shit that he was talking when he was doing good, because he's gonna have to explain that bullshit he did against Arsenal at his own time? Go ahead.
And that's a good question because it's a little bit of both. It's it goes back to I know what you're capable of thing, but I also have to take some books I check page too. Pages I check book and say you have to show me. You can say it a million times. Now you just use like with the parent making you that promise, and then after a while you like, okay, you keep saying this, but I'm not even going to expect it now until you actually show me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I can tell you all day long, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna come bring you this $30. I'm gonna come bring you this $30. Yeah, man. And then I don't bring it. And then 2 days go by, a week go by, and then I come up with some excuse. Oh, what happened was Nah, we don't need that.
And why should the people? I'm gonna ask you this question, just like you just said about the friend. Like you loan me some money, you loan me $30. Why the fuck do you have to chase me down for the money that you loan me? Why do you have to feel like? Why do you have to feel like you're begging for something that you gave to me, or something that I said I was going to? Oh, bro, I'm gonna pay you back. I got you back, bro. I said I was going to pay you back. I said I was going to do this, do that, and you agreed, and we both agreed on the terms that this was not me giving you shit. This was on some loan shit. So that's how Cassidy is. Cassidy is like, oh, I'm gonna kill this nigga, or I'm gonna kill that nigga, and I'm gonna destroy this nigga, and I'm gonna do this, and it ain't gonna even be a debatable. It's not gonna even be a question. And then he go in there, and that's all we've been having this far is debates and questions. That's all the fuck we've been having. So I'm on some shit like I'm not denying. Well, I am kind of at that point where I'm kind of denying that Cassidy can't get it done. You see what I'm saying? But if he does get it done, I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not really gonna be surprised. But I find it hard to believe, bro. Like I really find it hard to believe that Cassidy is gonna go in there and then guess what? Let's say Cassidy goes in there and he does get destroyed by Hitman. Then what? Are we gonna finally say, like, do you actually think the Cassidy fans are finally gonna say, okay, Cassidy, it's not for you? Or are they gonna still try to find a way to be like, oh nah, man, but you see what Hitman did though. But with Cassidy, he wasn't.
Make sure that doesn't happen. Like I said, y'all back this man up into a corner now.
So Demetrius, how confident are you in Cassidy? How confident are you in Cassidy's ability to get this job done against Hitman?
What do you say? I'm 5,000. 5,000 and
in his mind. But I'm talking about in his mind. But I'm talking about. How confident are you?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say, but it's like I'm gonna say average, like until I see, like now if he come out like I said and do what he do, I'm gonna say I've been supporting you the whole time. But if this time he come and lay an egg, it's like there's so much you could defend. It's like you gotta accept what it is.
So this Demetrius, right?
You can't keep making excuses, or you can't keep. You know what I mean? It's like the parent analogy again. It's like if a parent, if a child don't have a mother or father, and the opposite parent is making an excuse for the parent that's absent. And it's like after a while, you can't keep making excuses for this person. You gotta
this Demetrius?
That this person not going to change or they don't want to be involved.
Is this Demetrius?
You said what happened?
Is this Demetrius or XX?
This XX.
Okay, so Demetrius, how confident are you in Cassidy that he's gonna get the job done?
I told you I'm 5,000 and
okay, confident. You're very confident, right? So you're confident enough to bet. You're confident. Hold on. Are you confident enough to bet money on it?
You said, am I confident to bet money on it?
That's what I said. That's how you confident enough to bet money on it.
Yeah, I'm confident to bet money on it, but I'm not a gambling man.
That's interesting.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing my brother Judah Ben said. I'm not a gambling man. Well, you're not really that confident, bro.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. I got a bet with one of my buddies at work. We gonna put some money on it. Cause he that Hitman is gonna take Cassidy's head off. Nah, bro. Like Cassidy, y'all done back that man into a corner now, so he's coming out swinging. It's like, he will come out.
I'm willing to bet that Cassidy won't even make it a debatable.
Oh no, he's not gonna make it debatable. Like that man's quiet now. Y'all done back that man into a corner. He's pissed off. Literally. I'm betting he's not going to even make it a debatable. He's not going to even win. Now, will he get one round? Okay, that we can. I'm not going to really debate that because that's really on some preference type of shit. People can argue over whether or not he won one round, but he's not winning anything. He's not winning anything outside of one round. But like you said, like reading out, Hitman doesn't have a good pen. Like the famous line that Cassidy got when he said, "I'm in the way with the guy. The kid do it big like PUX, and I'm not like PUX."
I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? But dude said the same thing about Arsenal, or Arsenal don't have a pen. But I'm gonna ask y'all this question: did Arsenal ever had a pen?
Arsenal. I mean, I've never seen Arsenal pen.
Okay, did Hitman ever have a pen?
No, Hitman doesn't have a pen.
Well, so who has a pen in an equation with Arsenal versus Cassidy? Who would be the person with the pen?
It would be Cassidy.
Okay, in an equation with Cassidy versus Hitman, who would be the person to have the pen?
Cassidy would have the pen.
Okay, so if Cassidy would have the pen, and we know that going into the battle, you can't say after the battle, well, what's the name didn't really have no bars. What's the name didn't really have no pen. Hitman didn't really have no pen, and that's all they said with Arsenal. But Arsenal didn't have a pen before that. Hitman didn't have a pen before that. But you're only saying that because you only saying that because you want to defend Cassidy for going in there rapping that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? You're not saying if Cassidy would have won, you'd have been like, oh, Cassidy won. It don't matter. What if Cassidy wins on? Now I ask this: what if Cassidy wins on performance? What if Cassidy beat Hitman in his own game?
Oh, I wouldn't try that.
Would you say
personally? I wouldn't try that if I was Cassidy. I won't try to beat Hitman at his own game.
What if Cassidy make it? What if Cassidy make it a debate? What if Cassidy and Hitman both do trash, but Cassidy did better than Hitman at what Hitman do?
Hey, Double R, can I ask you one question?
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so
yeah.
So in your opinion, they good and Arsenal beat Cassidy, or did Cassidy beat himself in the battles?
Who's this asking the question?
Let me ask you again.
Who's this, Jerz? I mean, XX?
Yeah, it's Jerz.
Okay, hold on. Demetrius, come back in. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, so I was saying, that, from your opinion, now, man, did you think like Arsenal beat Cassidy, or did Cassidy beat himself? Because I don't think Arsenal really beat him. I just think
Arsenal beat him. Arsenal did beat him. I broke down the Yeah, it's been a while though, since they battled, but I broke down the bars. Arsenal had way more bars than Cassidy. It wasn't really that many, but Cassidy didn't have any at all, outside of the Nate Robb shit. So Arsenal had more bars. So Arsenal beat Cassidy. I don't know.
He had that used to work for the Cheese Bus. I used to work for Slick.
Yeah, he had that. We counted that too, but that's so if you add the Cheese Bus,
the third round, the second round, on camera and on paper, Arsenal definitely won. I can actually admit that.
And Arsenal beat Cassidy at what Cassidy do better. He beat him at the bars, and he beat Cassidy at what he does great, and that's the disrespect.
Bro, what was the hottest thing that Arsenal used? Like, I mean, the hottest thing he said to me is when he used that angry. When he said he used to, he fought somebody, he fought a nigga for saying J Hill was better than Cass.
See, like in the game of debating, we can't do that. Like, that's cheating. That's technically cheating when we can legitimately say, not saying that you're doing that, but I'm just saying this is what people do. Well, we can legitimately say that Arsenal don't have a pen. You can't say Arsenal don't have a pen and then turn around and say, well, what did Arsenal say? I mean, Arsenal is not known to have bars. And it was already established before the battle he don't have bars. Okay, what are you judging Arsenal by? You judging Arsenal by what?
That's not true though. Arsenal
No. Cassidy has bars. All of the dudes that we said don't have bars have bars. But it's how good are your bars? That's the question. Everybody that rap can call themselves rapping can rap, but that don't mean that they're good at it. That don't mean that they sound good. So what are you saying? Arsenal got bars like he got good bars?
Like, no, but see what I'm saying is, this is to me like we saw this like Cassidy's best performance, which is okay. We all accept that. Yeah, this wasn't Arsenal's best performance either, because there are a few battles I can name right off the top of my head where Arsenal was super crazy with the pen and the performance. And then compared to what he did to Cassidy, it's like I'm a big Arch fan. Like I said, I'm from the same city, like a lot of the same people or whatever. But it's like this battle was kind of like, to me, he was disappointed too.
No. Listen. We already knew that. Like I keep telling people this. I've been saying this since the Cassidy Arsenal battle. Cassidy was trash and Arsenal was trash. But it just so happened that Cassidy was worse. In between the trash, Cassidy was worse. So what else
I
do you
can go
do?
with that.
What else do you do in a situation where both people are trash? The next step is to go with whoever was worse lost. Whoever was better in the trash won. Arsenal was better in the trash because you have to pick a winner and a loser. So in the midst of the trash, Arsenal was the best out of the trash because not just out of the bar wise, he had more bars, but the thing Arsenal did what we knew Arsenal for doing, and that's getting disrespectful. And what's more disrespectful than a nigga blowing smoke in your face, putting his hands on you? Arsenal came there to do.
That would have been the end of that battle for me. I'm sorry,
but it wasn't the end of the battle for Cassidy.
I don't need my second half because this is about to be over. This way was done. You know, y'all blowing smoke at somebody. Hey, that was disrespectful. Like, I mean, yeah. Some people say, "Oh, it's a part of battle rap." There's certain things that's not a part of battle rap. You understand? Like, I know you're gonna be yelling in people's face, and you know, all that is cool. It's rap. But when you blow smoke at somebody's face or act like you talking boogers on them and shit, like, there's certain shit that just don't. You understand? You're already talking disrespectful about my kids and my dad. Like, and then that two-hand touch thing, like, certain things don't belong in battle rap. But as a man, just me personally as a man, I can't allow another big man to just disrespect me like that, like, in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Whether he's 6'10" or 4'10".
I mean, you couldn't allow that, but Cassidy allowed that. So how do you feel about Cassidy allowing it?
I mean, he has reason why he allowed it. I mean, I don't agree with it, but that's his reasoning, you know? Like you said, there was a lot of money involved and all that, that's cool. But as a man, that man did that blatantly to disrespect you. Because by him doing that, to me, Arsenal was scared. Because he felt like Cass was going to show out in Philly. And Cass was going to show up. But then when he's saying that Cassidy, like, oh, okay, he rapping about Cardi B teeth and Hitman, Wells Veneers and all this other shit, that's when he kind of like, oh, I got this one in the bag. Like, he kind of knew. You know, so... I
mean, whether Arsenal would have got scared... Listen.
But I'm sorry, ain't like, that's just certain things I'm wrong.
But listen, whether Arsenal would have got scared or not, you know, like you just said, that still didn't change the shit that Cassidy came out there rapping. Like, people don't understand. No,
you're absolutely correct.
People were saying, people was making all kind of, well, if, you know, the URL, the Avengers came and they did this. Like, this is all the excuses that I've been hearing since Cassidy came to the main stage. All the Avengers. Listen.
Up for him. No disrespect. He got booed in Philly at home.
Bro, listen.
I mean, it's self-explanatory now.
Listen.
The thing was good. It's kind of debatable with that because all the battle rappers was. But this time around, they weren't doing that. They was regular. Everybody just, ain't nobody all up in the front and none of that. It's just, you had the home field advantage. This was your event.
Listen.
You let your own city down as far as.
Listen.
Who felt like Cassidy did better. Like my boy from Maryland. He's a diehard Arsenal fan. He's been an Arsenal fan since I lived in Maryland. I live in North Carolina now.
Wait.
And he told me he felt like Cassidy won. And I'm like, bro, listen. And he know I'm a diehard Cassidy fan. And it was like reverse. And I'm like, I ain't trying to sound biased because I'm good, but I think I kind of took that one on. And he like, you gotta listen to the bar breakdown. I said, and battle rap, they break down bars after the battle, but if the battle's already determined beforehand, it don't matter what's on that paper. It's what you do on that stage. That's just the point.
Now, I want to ask y'all a question, right? And please, can people answer the question legitimately? Okay. Do y'all think that Cassidy, because I damn sure feel it, I damn sure think it should happen. Do y'all think Cassidy should have judges in his battle? And if so, who do you think the judges should be?
That's a good question. If he do have judges, I mean, from the way things are right now and the way he won it, yeah. And if he had judges, that's a good question, Double Law. That's actually something I got to think about because it's like, who would you get to judge?
Well, I'll tell you right off the bat.
One industry person and
No. I got the right judges. Because whoever judged Cassidy got to be people that are properly informed, people that Cassidy respect, that actually have bars. So that way Cassidy won't have an excuse. Because even if you have judges, Cassidy going to pick his own judges regardless. No. And even if Cassidy does pick his own judges, that don't mean the judges is going to pick in his favor. So here's the thing. Jadakiss.
Yeah, but picking
listen.
Judges is like, nah, because that's biasness in itself, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is biasness, but I'm talking about.
Get 3 neutral judges that.
I'm not talking about Cassidy's homeboys. I'm not talking about his homeboys. I'm talking about people that Cassidy respect and has been on record saying he respect. So Cassidy, so
somebody like Jadakiss or something like that.
Yeah, listen, Jadakiss. Anybody that Cassidy has named, like Fabulous, anybody that he has named over the years that he really, really fuck with. I wish Fred the Godson was still alive, so he can be a judge. You know, somebody that knows bars. So Cassidy won't be able to get out there and make excuses. So he won't get out there and be able to be like, well, the people that was judging didn't really know bars like that. Okay, so now you disrespecting the people that you said you have respect for.
Yeah, I think you just gotta get I ain't saying that you gotta be buddies with the culture, but you gotta adjust to the kind of culture. You can't go up there and do what you want to do. The fans ain't going.
No, Cassidy gotta listen, bro. Cassidy gotta adjust to the culture. I tell people this all the time. Loaded Lux, he kind of adjusted to the culture. Verb, he adjusted to the culture. Mook kind of adjusted to the culture. You know, they not going up there doing a whole bunch of gun sounds, but they do the hand gestures and the mannerisms. They do that shit. So Cassidy is going to have to adjust and give the crowd a little bit of what they want. And he did that against Goods in the first rounds, hitting the hippo and knocking the elephant down, and that fake ass chain you rock ain't gonna make the swelling go down. He did that shit. That's battle rap. But he deferred and reverted from that shit. He reverted from that shit and started rapping some old other nursery rhyme shit that we ain't feeling. And then try to make it seem like he's that Dauphin. He's like I keep using this analogy because it is. He's that Dauphin uncle that I had that convinced me that these are fresh Timberlands. And then you go down the street and them motherfuckers bust. They bust on your feet halfway down the street. And you like, these ain't no fucking Timberlands. Them motherfuckers say thimble. They don't even say Timberlands, they say thimble. They say thimble. And you like, this motherfucker is so that's what Cassidy do. That's what Cassidy is essentially doing. That's what Cassidy has been doing. He's been selling us bullshit. And the thing is, it'll never get better as long as you have people around him condoning the bullshit. Like this shows me this whole situation with Cassidy has showed me why I don't fuck with people like that. Why I don't really deal with people, because people will act like they see shit when they really don't see it. People will, when people want to act like they see shit when they see it, and people want to act like they don't see shit when they don't see shit. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. That's perfect.
So if you want Cassidy speaking of perfect, if you want Cassidy to be perfect, even though he's not, or you want Cassidy to have a great performance in your mind, then it will happen. But that don't mean it's necessarily going on in reality. That don't mean it's necessarily going on. And that's Cassidy's way of thinking. That's Cassidy's way of thinking. Just because you are 5,000 something and 0 in your mind, that don't mean you're literally 5,000 something and 0. Like Cassidy.
It's not metaphor. It ain't literally 5,000 battles.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even what he feel is the real number, ain't the real number. You see what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10 ain't the real fucking number. It's probably nowhere near what he actually think it is. He probably was undefeated. I'm not going to deny that, but he wasn't winning the number that he think he won. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's the thought, bro. It's putting false thoughts and making them on. You know how they say sometimes people will steal from you and they'll help you find it.
Hell yeah, that's the worst person.
That's the type of person Cassidy is. That's the type of person Cassidy is. He will literally push some bullshit to you and actually believe. He actually believe into what he pushed, even though the shit is bullshit. He will convince himself into convincing you that what he's doing is actually legit. Like he told us, Brodge is back. And see, what I want to get back to my real point, right? I want to go on a blabber, but I want to get back to my original point. My original point is, if you coming in here on some, I'm not doing what these new dudes is doing. I'm going to be on some innovative type shit, because that's what Cassidy came in here on. The problem with that is, even though, did he pocket tap Goods? Didn't he dunk on Arsenal? Then he say he hit a hippo and knock an elephant down. Then he say all of that. That's all battle rap shit. So today battle rap shit. Although he did all of that, he's trying to be an innovator. He's trying to do something that ain't never been done. Did Cassidy do shit that never been done? Yes, he did. But all of the things that he did that never has been done was outside of the ring. Was outside of where it actually counts. Cassidy said, well, I battled on, out of 4 battles, I done battled on 3 different leagues. Yes, you did. Yeah, and you also kind of stunk on 2 out of 1. You kind of stunk on 2 out of 1. So at the end of the day, we can't say 3 out of 1 because he hasn't battled Hitmanholla yet. So you add Hitmanholla, he do good.
Let me ask you a question, Double R.
Yeah.
Based off all the performances that we think Cassidy had on camera, what you think his record is overall? What is it, 3? Exactly.
You said if I had to make if I had to predict.
No, see, all the battles on camera. The 4 he had on camera, what you think his record is?
Oh, you talking about the battles that he had? Well, he had
on camera.
He didn't have 4, did he? He had 3 because he ain't battled Hitman yet.
Nah, it's Freeway.
Oh, you counting Freeway too?
Huh? You
counting Freeway too?
I mean, I do, but I don't. I mean, that was the rundown era. So I mean,
I don't think you should count.
I mean, that's the first battle we seen where 2 people battled.
That wasn't really. We can have another. We can have another back and forth about. I'm talking about a video live. We could do another one on that one because I don't think that was battle. That was actual battle. I mean, that wasn't really a real battle. But I'm talking about as far as
as far as URL format
from this era, URL era. If we judging by disaster battle on, Cassidy's actually 2-0. He's like 2-1. He's 2-1.
Okay.
Because I had him beating disaster in goods, and that haven't changed. So he's 2-1.
So now, because we understand that the way Cass go about it is he from the rundown era, and like I said, he didn't never jump into this new culture, so he's gonna be stuck with that rundown era mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So by watching his interviews, you can see that he is a little more humble.
I want y'all to understand something too, not to cut you off, bro.
In the room, the loudest person always to get humble.
But I want y'all to understand something too, right? Even if Cassidy lost, we can't always say, well, Cassidy don't never like to say that he lost. We also got to understand that Cassidy is getting paid a lot of money to continue to win. I want y'all to understand what I'm saying right now. He's getting, even if he's faking like he still won, Cassidy is faking like he still won because he's a sore loser. But most importantly, Cassidy is getting paid. He's getting paid to continue to win because Cassidy is doing promotion. Cassidy is making money. Cassidy is a big name in battle rap. So it would behoove of Cassidy to continue to win because the more he wins, the more money he'll make. But Cassidy getting these interviews and talk about, oh man, now the leagues can afford me. See, that's all slick talk. And I came up, and the reason why I use Dauphine analogies is because I came up around Dauphines. You see what I'm saying? It made me into who I am today. Never smoke, never drink, but it also made me sharp. And that's why I understand human beings like I understand them. You see what I'm saying? I understand bullshit when I hear it. I understand lingo when I hear it because you can talk shit, but it doesn't matter to me unless you actually back it up. And that's something that Cassidy hasn't done. That's something that he really hasn't done. Even in the goods battle, he did win the battle, but he did none of the things he said he was going to do in that battle. Did none of the things.
All right, let me ask you a question. What battle rapper remind you of Cassidy in that sense of talking that shit and then not showing up all the time sometimes, I guess? Like, do you think
I'll say that the closest thing to that is T-Rex.
Oh, Rex, I ain't thinking about that. I was thinking more along the Surf. They talk, and then sometimes they go in there and it's like, damn, bro.
No, but Surf chokes. His is different. Surf chokes. Cassidy just has horrible performances. That's like more like Rex. He just have horrible performances. And we know, and we want to that old Cassidy, or we want the Cassidy that we seen in the Goods first round, but he just simply like Rex. Everybody books Rex and was booking Rex, thinking that Rex was going to actually be the old Rex, just to find out that no, he's still 2020 Rex with the tight ass, highlighter jacket on,
Yeah, Rex to me kind of lost it when Clips put him in the crematory. Like he did something to Rex, man, and he ain't been the same since, bro. Like that was a body bag and a body bag. Like
some can argue. Some can argue that what was the difference in Cassidy in that first round and Cassidy after that second and third round against Goods? We can argue that Cassidy haven't been the same since the crowd booed him in the second round against Goods.
Well, I think the crowd got drawn when he mentioned Goods' daughter. That's when the crowd really started. Because a lot of the bars in the second round weren't as bad as people making it. Like some people make it say, I'm like, did he baby draw? He started talking about the man's daughter. Like,
see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing with that. The second or third round wasn't that bad. But here's the thing with Cassidy. And people's like, Royal Retro Rob, you heard his rounds on the phone before the battle. People got to realize it's a lot of stuff that go into play. You got to consider how the crowd is going to be. You have to consider how your opponent is going to come into the battle. What type of game plan they got. Who would have known that Arsenal was going to come in there and do what he did to Cassidy? Nobody would have known that. So it's a lot of shit that go into play. Who would have known that the crowd would have just started booing Cassidy? Cassidy didn't even know it. That's why Cassidy was kind of surprised because he didn't know it. He thought he was going to go in there and go the fuck off, and the crowd was going to go the fuck off. He thought the crowd was going to be like, oh yeah, this Cassidy's, but they didn't act that way. So there's a lot of stuff that go, even though the bars might sound good, also with Cassidy, it's the way he delivered them. I told people Cassidy got to work on a lot of shit. So to think Cassidy can go in there, even if Cassidy was to be Hitman, listen, if he was to be Hitman, I would not be surprised. Because how do you beat a performer? You beat a performer with punches and bars. That's what you beat him with. Because people are going to get tired of the performance after a while and are going to want to hear some bars. That's when you come into play. That's when you come in delivery. That's why Prime Hitman versus Hitman right now, which is Prime Hitman versus Prime B Magic, will lose every time. He will lose every time because those punches is just going to be too much. You can perform all day, but you can only perform so much before the crowd just be like, man, we tired of this shit. We want to hit some bars. We want to hit some punches. You see what I'm saying? That's just like you say about a puncher. Oh, we don't want to keep hearing punching. Shit. I know people. What would you rather hear more in battle rap? Would you rather hear B Magic punches or see Hitman perform all fucking day?
No, it ain't the punches. It's if they landed. We not like for landing is hard.
B Magic is kind of a.
And they not landing. It's like, bro, we don't want to keep hearing you punching. You're not landing.
Yeah. B Magic is like a wrong example. He's a wrong example because B Magic is to me, the greatest name flipper and greatest puncher ever of all time. Probably not right now, but more than likely not right now because of the choking and shit. But as far as in the history books, B Magic is the greatest puncher in name flipper ever that I've ever heard.
The crazy thing about it is Rum Nitty been punching like that forever. Before he got big on URL, Rum Nitty was punching like that.
Yeah, but Magic.
I watched the battle with him on the the other day, and Rum Nitty was. I'm like, yo, Nitty didn't battle like this. Yeah,
Nitty was been doing that, but when B Magic was doing it before Nitty, and B Magic was doing it while Nitty.
Yeah.
He was doing it while Nitty was doing it.
They kind of was bumping that. It's just Magic had a bigger name, man. Like Magic was the biggest. But Nitty was being busy with Arsenal and everybody too.
Yeah, and Magic beat Nitty. So Magic was a better puncher. He was a better puncher than Nitty. Nitty to me, Nitty is the greatest puncher right now. He's the best puncher right now. No, without a question.
Yeah. Right now, just kind of money.
Also, like I said, Big K. Big K was definitely
pretty good at punching too.
Like certain people's preference. Like I'm not really big on Av or Conceited. Like I don't really consider those dudes. They're punchers, but I don't really like them like that, to be honest. Or Ty Law. I don't like Av, I don't like Ty Law, or I don't like Cassidy. None of them niggas. Like I like Big K. I like Big K, B Magic. Rum Nitty, niggas that punch, like really punch. I don't like.
Yeah, because D Magic was like, I had somebody tell me the other day Cassidy beat D Magic. I said, like, what, losing?
Come on, man. It was that battle was too many punches. It was too many punches.
Battle with me. D Magic was punching. In fact, clips off him too. Y'all want to talk about losing the punches, like, and there are times where I think punches lose the performance. Like, I don't know if y'all remember Cassidy boy Heartless. Now, Heartless to me potentially could have been the greatest puncher ever if he would have like tried to go to that next level.
Yeah,
shotgun should be shit down his leg.
But like, what's the name? What's the name is a good puncher too. Ill Will, he's a good puncher too.
See, Ill Will, he's tricky because he could punch and he could perform too. Like he kind of like he got the best of both worlds. Like he's very entertaining. He's very underrated to me, man. I like Ill Will. Ill Will do.
Nah, Ill Will ain't underrated. He's not underrated. Ill Will, shows up. He's not consistent.
That's the only thing. It's consistency. I agree with you.
Yeah, he's not underrated. He's somebody that's underrated is like Danny Myers or JC. Somebody that constantly shows up and still don't get like my boy John. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that constantly been showing up for years and still don't get the respect as the niggas that get respect that don't deserve it.
I watched the interview with Surf the other day, and he was just going in on he was basically explaining how battle rap worked, and he was just saying like, listen, if you're not bringing in no seats, you understanding no views, then you're not really, like, basically what he's saying is you could lose and you could get somebody, that's with a bigger name. You understand? And it's just like, who determines who wins and loses these battles? So he basically saying, like, look, like, Smack a book of battle. Like, he was basically talking about the pen.
Okay.
Said,
but I don't want to. Yeah, but I don't want to go into all that. I want to get back to the topic. BX Sports said, my heart tells me Cassidy is going to get smoked, but I think Cass has something up his sleeve. I think he has heard all of the criticism. Now, I'm going to let you speak on that, bro, but I'm about to say something real quick before that.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Like, your first statement is spot on. My heart tells me that Cassidy is going to get smoked. That's more likely what's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you why. You said, but I think Cass has something up his sleeve. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, BX, my brother, salute. You kind of contradicted your whole statement right there. Because you said, my heart tells me. But that don't mean you're saying that he's going to get it. But if your heart is telling you that, that's a part of you. So basically, you're saying that. You see what I'm saying? That he's going to get smoked. But you said you think Cass has something up his sleeve. It don't matter what he have up his sleeve if he's going to get smoked. You see what I'm saying? He can pull out a rabbit out of the hat. And like I said, that what he have up his sleeve might just be good enough to win him one round. But
hold on, somebody just said the heart say he gonna do well, but he gonna get smoked.
Yeah, BX Sports Agent said, my heart tells me Cassidy is going to get smoked, but I think Cass has something up his sleeve.
Oh, he said his heart. Oh, okay, well. Well, I mean, that's just a player like this, and this is the effect of his performance. You got people that got mixed feelings now, like, now I feel like he gonna...
Hold on. Andre Hughes said...
I hope he proves...
Hold on, bro. Andre Hughes said it's not that deep. Okay, if it's not that deep, brother, then why you here? If it's not that deep, then why you here, bro? If the Cassidy talk is not that deep, this is only for people that feel like it's that deep. Because it is that deep to me. Because Cassidy, if he don't get his shit in order, it's gonna be in deep doo-doo. He gonna be in deep waters. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead before we was interrupted.
No, I was saying, this is the effects of, making these promises, because now you see how fans got the mixed feelings, like, oh, I feel as though he gonna get smoked, or, like my man D was saying earlier, like, he felt 5,000 confident. So this is the split that we're having. And I was the neutral one, like, saying, oh, you gotta show me. I'm not gonna count him out, because I am a fan, but I'm also not gonna just, put on my confidence and leave it. Like, You know, that's just my personal opinion about it. So if you want to make these promises, you gotta step up. See, and like I said, the interview, he didn't say I'm gonna be at a 9, or he just said I'm gonna basically change a lot of things that I did in these previous battles. So okay, you've been watching and you've been taking this feedback that we've been given, and you want to make some adjustments. The thing is, people don't even care if you lose the Hitman. People just want to see him do well. As long as he do well, that's enough.
Hold on, bro.
Enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on. So you say if you're talking about, you say you're talking about what BX said. If you're saying that, then my fault. But if you're talking about the BX comment that is, telling me that it's not that deep to look into his comment like that, then I meant what I said. But if you're saying that, what BX said was not too deep, was not that deep, then I agree. I agree 100%. And it's my fault. But go ahead, bro.
No, so that's just the only thing. Like I'm sticking with that double R. Like I got confidence in him, but I got to see first. You understand? Like that analogy you used, like I said, was a great example. Like that parent that make that promise,
yeah,
and then let you down, and it's like, okay, how many times you gonna keep saying this, and then you gonna keep doing this? You know what I mean? So I'm just on some show me. I just want him to do well. If he do well, even if he lose, that's all people want to see. Because if he do well, even make every round close, people gonna get him the battle just for that. Like, because they gonna say,
no. All love too. But no, bro. Nah, I go a step further than that. I'm giving Cassidy the battle. If Cassidy make this a debatable, Cassidy won. He won the battle. This is why I keep saying.
I take that.
Cassidy, it's same for Jag. Jag have a debatable with O-Red because O-Red is a killer, right? O-Red got this pen. O-Red got the experience, so I don't want to hit shit. O-Red have a debatable with Jag, just like I did with Math Hoffa. But it just so happened.
Man, I'm a big O-Red fan.
It just so happened. Listen. It just so happened, just like I did with Math. But it just so happened, Jag beat Math legitimately. He beat him. You see what I'm saying? He beat him. I said, damn, Jag have a debatable with Math. Jag didn't just beat Math. I mean, he didn't just have a debatable. He beat Math. You see what I'm saying? So the 40 cal battle, that shit was trash. That's one of those battles. The Jag and 40 cal battle was how people are trying to say Arsenal and Cassidy was. No, Arsenal won that battle. Like,
hey, didn't Jag beat Cortez or somebody back in the day?
Yeah, Jag beat Cortez twice. He beat Cortez in New York. He beat Cortez in LA in his home, and he beat Cortez on the phone on Angry Fan.
Oh, damn.
He beat Cortez 3 times.
Yeah, that's what they say. I would have rather say Jag versus Shotgun Sugar, to be honest with you.
Oh, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. I heard all 3 rounds of that battle. I heard all 3 rounds. Y'all think Jag? Hey, I'm telling you now. I can't vouch for what Cassidy, and I didn't. I can't vouch for what Cassidy said in the Arsenal battle, the rounds that he had for that battle. But I will tell y'all now, and y'all can judge me if that was to happen, if that battle was to happen. Jag is going to destroy Suge. There's a reason why Suge don't want that battle. Jag got 3 rounds of pure fire for Suge, and this is what it showed me, right? This is what it showed me. You know why all of the battles that we get. The reason why all of the battles that we get that are fire are battles that battle rappers actually want. You ever ask yourself that? Verb been calling Lux out forever. In my personal opinion, you might disagree, and everybody else has stated their opinions, but I had Verb 30 in Lux. I had him 30 in Lux, all 3 rounds. I watched that battle like 10 times. And all I seen, the first time I had a debatable. After that, I had Verb each time because people was like, Rob, you tripping. Go back and listen. I listened. Lux, what round did I give Lux? The second. I mean, no round I give Lux. No, he didn't give none. The first time I had Lux taking a second. The first time I had him taking a second, I had the first being a debatable, and I had Verb taking the last one. So it kind of rounded out to a debatable because both of them was like 1-1 plus a tie in the first. So they both had a tie in the first, and I had Lux taking a second and Verb taking a third. But then I looked at it again and I said, Verb rapped. They was both going at it, but Lux first round was short. His first round was short, and Verb edged him out in the first. Verb edged him out in the first. Verb edged him out in the second, and Verb took the third. Clear. And the second round was Lux's best round. BX Sports, salute. Good, bro.
I heard people gave Lux the first 2 rounds and gave Verb the third.
I mean, a lot of those people gonna give shit to Lux like that because a lot of these dudes don't judge battles off of bars. They judge battles off of, their feelings. They judge the battle. I was trying to find a better way, but there's no better way. They judge the battle off their feelings. They judge the battle off who people say they should vote for. So if Lux is the god of battle rap in this era, then they're gonna say Lux. So if you don't destroy Lux, they're gonna say he won. This is what I've learned from battle rap, like a boxer. Like if you're fighting Floyd Mayweather and it goes to the decision, Mayweather's gonna win every time because you literally have to beat the champion. You have to literally beat him convincingly. So if you don't beat Lux convincingly, that leaves room, just like the Cassidy fans. It wouldn't even be, even if I was to give Cassidy, even if I wasn't to give Cassidy the victory if he had a debatable with Hitman, even if I still was to say Hitman won, the Cassidy fans is still want to try to find a way to give it to him because it was close. Hitman left it close. And I can't argue with that. Because in my eyes, Hitman said he was going to destroy him. He said he was going to destroy him. And even before then, Hitman is supposed to destroy him. He's supposed to destroy him because Hitman been doing this shit forever. And Hitman has been doing a great job up until this point. Cassidy hasn't been doing it that long. And Cassidy has kind of been doing a poor job up to this point. And Cassidy has been talking all of this shit and hasn't been giving us really no results, at least compared to the shit that he talked. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I want to get. I'm about this, the truth channel. This is about telling the truth, bro. This is not your feeling. I tell people, if you in your feelings and you want to defend this man, it's not for you. It's not for you because we have too much of that shit going on in battle rap. I want to be different. I don't want to be Jay Black and all these guys that's basically going with the narrative, with the battle rap narrative. Okay, he won. They talking about, he literally, man, Jay Black was going back and forth in the fucking Caffeine app because he literally talking about, Twerk won against Jada Nightwing. I'm like, you crazy. You out your fucking mind. I'm sitting up here listening. This nigga's killing Twerk. He killing Twerk. Only thing Twerk had was that in the second round, he rapped some old detergent scheme. He rapped some scheme about, I gave Twerk the first round. If you give Twerk any round, you can probably edge him the first. But the second round, this nigga rapped some bullshit ass detergent scheme, right? It was okay. So we gave him that. After that detergent scheme, he ain't rap nothing else. That shit was garbage down here. And in the third round, he was garbage. He started to improvise and try to freestyle. He tried to do his great impression of DNA and goddamn Chef Trez, and he choked horribly in the third round. So he lost. He lost the second clear, and he lost the third very clear. And he edged the first, in my opinion. So I gave Jada Nightwing 2-1 clear in that battle. This nigga talking about, Twerk won because he took the first and he took the second. See, he couldn't debate the third. This is how these fans do. This is why people start not to respect the smack. Notice, by the way, all them dudes that's doing their stuff now, they're following and all that shit starting to go down now. Everything's starting to go down because people don't really believe in what they be saying because they be all over the place. I call it the Stephen A. Max Kellerman effect, where you trying to, you see what I'm saying? Where you playing both sides of the fence, the double talk. This is what you call double talk, where you know how you try to be right on both sides, where there's no right or wrong, where basically, you'll look like the hero on either side or either way. Like that's what they'll do. Huh?
Like that, I'm glad you used that example with Stephen A. Because it's like when he tried to say Kyrie Irving earlier when he didn't need to retire, he better stage. Then the week later he turned around, the next team, and Kyrie Irving playing like the best point guard. I'm like, bro, just last week you was just saying his name.
No. They wouldn't do that in the next day. I've seen Max Kellerman and Stephen A. do it in the same fucking sentence. I've seen them do it in the same breath, the same sentence. I've heard them say, "Oh yeah, Kevin Durant is he's this and he's that, and is he going to be the same Kevin Durant?" And in the same time say, "Oh yeah, but he's a bad motherfucker now. Don't get it messed up." He's a bad motherfucker. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, this is what people watch, though. This is what people can't wait to watch. Motherfuckers double talk. Motherfuckers play both sides of the fence and don't establish where the fuck they at. What side of the fence? 1 minute, Kobe is a legend. The next minute, Kobe ain't even in the same discussion as Mike and LeBron. The next minute, Kobe is in a discussion. Like, come on, man. Like, niggas got to stop that shit, man. They got to stop that double talk.
Hey, let me ask you one question. This kind of off battle rap. I just want a quick answer. I ain't going to get into the debate.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the Jordan LeBron debate. You got delusional ass fans on both sides. They say that both, and you be like, yo, listen, man. Like, there's no way in hell y'all can make up excuses for when your player doing wrong or not performing well or they're losing. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep making this you lost. That's all it's about. Wins and losses. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit right here and say, well, the water boy, if he wouldn't put the water on the floor and that dude right there wouldn't hit me with a towel, I would have made the shot. All this goof. Listen.
Go ahead.
What the water boy did, I don't give a fuck what the cameraman did. I don't give a fuck what the fan did. When you go out there, you expected to do a job. And as fans and the investors in you, that's what we expect.
That's what people say. Yeah, with Cassidy battle. Look. This is what the people say, right? The people say, oh yeah, it was the lighting. It was, you know, the mic was messed up. The boo crowd came. It was just a lot of shit. I said, but what did that got to do with Cassidy bars though? Like, what did that have to do with the bars? Okay. Let's say if you told me that the mic shut off like completely, then we have a discussion. Then we have an issue. If the mic cut off and I couldn't hear the bars. But if you told me the mic was messed up, no, it wasn't as messed up as you trying to say it was, because I was able to hear everything Cassidy said. Was you able to hear everything Cassidy said against Arsenal?
Yeah.
Okay, then the mic wasn't messed up. It might not have been, you know, top quality like it usually is, but we heard the words, and that's what counts.
You talking about when he was on the stage or in the garage?
In the stage. I'm talking about when he battled Arsenal. I'm talking about Arsenal.
Was fucking up in the stage, though. I ain't gonna talk about that.
Against Arsenal?
No, not against Arsenal.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Arsenal. I'm not talking about nothing else.
Oh, my bad. I thought you meant that disaster battle.
No, they say Arsenal, the mic was fucked up. They said the lighting.
Oh, hell no. No, they was not. There was nothing wrong with the mic.
Hold on. Did I say disaster the first time? I said Arsenal.
No, you said disaster. That's why I got confused.
Okay, my fault. If I said disaster, I thought I said Arsenal. I'll go back and listen to it, but I meant Arsenal.
You said Arsenal, then you said disaster. That's why I was like, who did it? But because we gonna talk about the Arsenal. We talk about the Arsenal battle. That's what you want to know. So that's what we gonna stick to. There was nothing wrong with the match.
Yeah.
So if you watch the battle now, you can hear everything both of them saying. Only thing is, Arsenal has a lot of vocal projection because his voice is much deeper and louder. So of course you're gonna hear him more. But Cass was rapping, and it's like he said he was yelling to hear himself, and he couldn't. And he's like, if you can't hear yourself, why are you still rapping?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just say, yo, listen, I can hear myself through the mic, or I can hear the crowd through the mic. It's echoing. Even when they switch mics in the third round, they give you Arsenal mic after he. You understand? We can hear you much better, but we heard you the first time. No, that's no disrespect. I'm calling it how I see it. I mean, like I said, I'm an objective fan. I'm just like you. I'm not gonna sit right here and say, well, I'm one of these diehard Cassidy fans, and I'm sitting right here trying to make every excuse in the world. No. See, this is the thing, bro. We not listen. Listen. We not a diehard Cassidy fan, but we're not a Cassidy hater either. You see what I'm saying? It's right down the middle, like you said, objective. We're right down the middle. And here's the thing: this is where the Cassidy haters come in, and this is where the Cassidy. It's a tug of war between the Cassidy haters and the Cassidy fanboys. See, the Cassidy fanboys think we're supposed to say and think like how they think and the things that they say, and the Cassidy haters think we're supposed to think the way that they think. And here's the problem, right? When I said Cassidy, what was 3 Letterman, Piper Boy, and all these dudes? What was they saying the whole time? They said that Double R, YMF, all of us was a Cassidy cult, right? Remember? Yeah. So what? You YMF, Jason Nana.
They said we was a Cassidy cult, right?
Elimination, all y'all, yeah.
So sure enough, why did they say we was a Cassidy cult? Because we felt like we were talking as if Cassidy didn't and couldn't do any wrong, right?
Right.
So for show, this is how fake people is. I always wanted to say this, and for the people that's listening, and I hope them clowns is listening too. For show, when Double R said Cassidy finally lost, you would think that I would earn people respect that said if Cassidy ever lost, I would never admit it. Now we was all asked that though. Now mind y'all, we was all asked if Cassidy was to ever lose, would we admit it? All of those guys said, yeah. Did they though? No, they did not. You see what I'm saying? Still haven't to this day. I did. I was the only one that did. Now, for show, you would think that those guys that said I was a part of a Cassidy cult would have more respect. They'd be like, okay, this nigga, Cassidy lost and he said Cassidy lost. I got more respect. No, what they did was Battle Truth wrote me. Battle Truth was the only one really. He wrote me a long ass paragraph, basically telling me, trying to recruit me. And I didn't. I read it, and then I deleted it, and I haven't spoke to him. So the thing is that 3 Letterman, he went on about his business. Piper Boy stopped flagging my channel, went on about his business because it was never about a Cassidy cult. If it was about that, then them niggas wouldn't be talking about Cassidy as much as they do. You see what I'm saying?
Well, Piper Boy, he was the first one to make a blog after that battle. When you gave your review,
yeah,
he was the first one to actually post it on his page. You know, because I follow all y'all, the real BRC and
Ho. You said he posted on his page what?
He was posting on his page that you had Cassidy losing. He said this Cassidy's biggest fan, and he got Cassidy losing. So he basically was defending you and was getting at the diehards like, this is a diehard Cass fan right here. He got Cassidy losing. So,
but here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you why. Piper Boy is full of crap. Piper Boy flagged my channel every chance he got. You want to know why? Because even before I started my channel, even before I started the Cassidy Talk, Piper Boy was a subscriber, and he still is, and a fan of my channel. He probably in here listening, but he ain't gonna come in the chat because that'd be too much like right, and niggas would be clowning him. But the thing is that he been a fan of my channel and try to flip it and turn around and make it seem like I was a fanboy of him. I never went on Piper Boy channel and listened to him. I never listened to him. I might have did, certain videos to like expose him. Like I've used audios and I had to delete him from exposing his bullshit. Like how he flip-flopped with Cassidy and Goods. How he said, oh no, I got Cassidy, I don't know Goods. Oh, I got Goods, I don't know Cass. Like how he was flipping back and forth, flip-flopping. That's why we call him Flip-Flop Williams. You see what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that because I was going to say that. He flip-flopped with that battle, little kid.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not a Piper Boy hater. I'm not like.
And when I exposed, listen, me, I don't give a fuck. When I exposed him for that, he flagged me every chance he got. He flagged me every chance he got because instead of doing what he did to Young Buck and addressing Young Buck, with me, he went and told them boys on me. He went and told YouTube on me and got me flagged instead of going challenge me. These dudes ain't about that, man. They opportunists, but it is what it is with that. But
no, that's some context and shit he did with that Young Buck shit, bro. Like I don't even like.
But the shit that you said that he posted. Listen.
Don't play these games out in the street.
Yeah. But listen. I don't want to make that about. But I'm just saying the shit that he posted on his joint about me. That was all Piper Boy trying to make fun of me. That wasn't no support of me because he said what he said. This is Cassidy, one of Cassidy's biggest fans. No, I wasn't one of Cassidy's biggest fans. I was not one of Cassidy's biggest fans. I was just countering.
Well, no, I'm gonna just rephrase the word. I think he said Cassidy's biggest supporter.
Yeah, I'm one of Cassidy's.
It's the same thing, but
yeah, that's pretty much the same thing. I'm one of Cassidy's biggest supporter. But why did I have to? Because remember, I started jogging and I heard Battle Truth and I heard Piper Boy and I heard all of these dudes, 3 Letterman talking crazy about Cassidy. And I went and did a blog and I said, hold on, we came up on this. Like niggas ain't about to sweep his legacy under the rug like that. Okay, we could talk about how delusional, and they was talking. Remember, they was talking about how delusional Cassidy was before Cassidy even got a chance to get in the ring and prove whether or not he was.
Yeah, they set a narrative.
That's what you call hate. I want you clowns to understand what hate is. Hate is when somebody can say things about you before you even get a chance to prove whether or not they are actually right about it. Me, I'm saying things in the aftermath of what Cassidy showed and proved. People say, "Oh, Rob, you switched up." No, when I said Cassidy was that dude, Cassidy was that dude before the goods battle and even during the goods battle. Cassidy was that dude because he still technically did not lose, right?
Right.
During the goods battle, before the goods battle. Okay, Cassidy lost to Arsenal legitimately. He lost to Arsenal. So I said he lost. So where did I change? And we seen that Cassidy lost. Or at minimum, like these dudes.
Mad at you when you made the blog and you was like, "Oh, we gotta take this loss." And
no, this is what I said.
A couple other people, I ain't gonna say nobody's names, but they made blogs kind of.
No. No, I said the real BRC got to step up. And I'm going to tell you who got mad. YMF got mad. Ain't nobody, the rest of them dudes, they was following after YMF because the rest of them dudes, just like YMF, was afraid to tell Cassidy how they felt. See, before I made that blog.
Y'all that had him losing too.
Huh?
There's one more outside of you that had him losing. And he just let it go after that. Now that he said.
No. The other person was Jersey. Jersey had Cassidy losing, and Jersey did not let it go. Jersey tried to clean it up. He tried to clean it up after that and try to make it seem like he didn't mean it in that way. I know because I remembered all of that stuff. I was like, okay, now Jersey actually, I'm not the only one that's delusional or trying to protect Cassidy. Jersey isn't, and in Jersey, I lost respect for him outside of all of the little bullshit he did say to me. But I lost respect for him when he tried to clean that shit up. He tried to clean it up after he said he lost. But it is what it is.
Oh,
but
I didn't even see that one. I just saw that when he said Cass lost the last 2 rounds. He need to start killing his bars better than his opponent. Some shit.
Yeah, and notice right after that.
Make that about like football.
Yeah.
Like what you.
I say, but notice.
I know y'all get stressed out with all these people wanting to troll y'all and like off your opinion. Like, damn, y'all don't really kill respect over his opinion. Like, god damn.
I don't even really care. Nah, I don't get stressed out. Listen. I don't.
The same way, but I'm not even about to get involved in none of this because I don't care about how nobody. So
No. Listen. I don't care about the people's. Now I know you're not saying that, but I don't care about the people's opinion on that. Only thing I really feel some type of way about is their infatuation for Cassidy. It's sickening. Like when I go back and I can listen to my old videos, I'm like, although now that's why I can see why Piper Boy and them probably felt that way. Because all that they was going off of is but see, they were going off of jealousy and hate. They were getting mad because we were getting the Cassidy interviews and they weren't getting Cassidy interviews. Because remember, Piper Boy didn't say anything else after he started to get Cassidy interviews. He was jealous because we were the ones getting Cassidy interviews, the exclusive interviews. That's all that shit was about. So don't let these dudes paint no narrative like, these dudes are just not keeping it real and they're just following after Cassidy and this, that, and the third. Because when I say Cassidy lost, those dudes said their piece or didn't say what they've been saying and they disappeared. You see what I'm saying? So it was never about us being a Cassidy cult. It was about we were getting stuff that they felt they deserved to get. They worked all these years to get. And Cassidy was on.
I mean, you can't say like when you was actually lying. You was on that. You understand? Like when you was lying and you was like, basically defending Cass and saying how you felt about him winning the battle. I was in the comments saying like, I felt like Cass won too. And I watch URL all the time. I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, you got new battle rap fans, and y'all just started watching battle rap forever. But that's neither here nor there. The point I'm trying to make is, when you kept it real and it caused a division. And it's like, he not betraying Cassidy. He just felt like Cassidy didn't do well enough to win against Huston.
But here's the thing, bruh. No. Listen.
The only thing I had a problem with is, I didn't even have a problem with it. It's just there's a problem they had with it is how you went about it. No.
Listen, bro. Listen. I'm trying to get you to understand lingo. See, that's all. Like they learning all that shit from Cassidy, like slick talking lingo. You know, a lot of people will make something seem like it was because they're afraid to do what they never wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? So they'll make it seem like, oh, it was because Rob said the real BRC need to step up and this, that, or third. First of all, it don't matter whether them dudes got mad or not, because Rob is qualified to say that, because Rob is one of the people that originally started the real BRC. You see what I'm saying? So let's say that I did say that. Okay, me, YMF, VinLab, and Jersey were responsible for the real BRC being what it was. So I'm well within my rights. I'm well within my rights to say the real BRC need to step up, because no, the problem was YMF felt like he was the number one leader of the real BRC, and he felt offended, and everybody else followed because everybody else thought that this was a way to get Double R out so they can get their sales into the picture. Bro, you got to be able to read lingo, bro. I see through all of that shit. That's why they don't like it. That's why they did 100 videos about me. When Cassidy lost and they couldn't do nothing on Cassidy no more, he was gone. Look at that time frame and see who they was doing videos about. They was doing videos about me, all of them. Because now, and I had to stop. Reason why I stopped talking about them is because I had to look at my the analytics and the statistics, and I was like, damn, them niggas actually getting numbers off my name now. They get numbers off my name now talking about me because they don't have Cassidy to talk about them.
Everybody in the battle rap community in that division, and it was like drama with them, and they weren't turning to see like all the bloggers. They were turning in for that. But
I mean, at the end of the day,
the battle rap bloggers was turned into now.
I mean, at the end of the day,
it's like that's what they wanted, because it's like, okay, now we throw Rich. We throw Rich in there, and it kind of knocked all that shit off. So. You know,
nah, bro. Listen.
No, I'm glad you did what you did, Double R. You, and like, now that I look back on it, and like, you did the right thing by coming out and being real with yourself,
bro. But listen what I'm telling you. You're right. Appreciate that. But listen what I'm telling you. I was like the wrench. They threw a wrench in that and knock all that shit off. That shit been knocked off way before all of this shit spilled out. That shit been done. YMF and like I said, YMF and Cassidy been doing a little secret shit. You know, outside of us, they only really started dealing with the people was because they told me Cassidy. Like I'm telling y'all, this for the first time, and this is why I tell y'all clowns, y'all don't really understand what's going on because y'all only see what goes on with Cassidy and want y'all to see. Y'all don't see what really go on. You know, because Cassidy wanted to speak with me. YMS said Cassidy wanted to speak with me. Cassidy wanted to talk to me. I told him if Cassidy want to speak with me, then tell Cassidy to speak with me. Don't speak through. Don't let Cassidy use you to speak through. No, tell Cassidy to call me. Tell him to call me. And Cassidy did. Cassidy did call me. He was like, "What's up with you, boy?" I was like, "What's up with you?" And I was just telling him, you know, I feel like him and YMF, you know, have some secret. And Cassidy was like, "Nah, it wasn't nothing like that." You know, he was just explaining. I forgot what he was saying, but he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to have a conference call with everybody and get everybody." Like, and a lot of niggas don't even realize that. Niggas didn't even, these are the same nigga, Phone Jones, all of these same dudes that rolled out, that was subscribed to my channel, riding on my nuts, them dudes rolled out. They all rolled out, but they don't even realize I was the reason why you even had access to Cassidy. I was the reason why you was even able to get on the phone and talk to him. Because YMF was trying to have a little secret thing between him and Cassidy. Pause. You see what I'm saying? That sounds gay, but he was trying to have a little secret thing between him and Cassidy. And I told YMF, no, I'm not talking to Cassidy. And if Cassidy want to talk to me, he talk to me. And I'm not talking to Cassidy because, you know, like you and him got something going on. So like let y'all do that. Y'all didn't care about the people. And first YMF said, was like, nah. He was like, what? Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just woo, woo, woo. And I said, well, you tell Cassidy to call me. You tell him to call me. I don't need you to deliver the message for him. I need him to call me personally. And that's what Cassidy did. And I got them niggas all in a group conversation. And when all them niggas was in a group conversation with Cassidy, guess what? I couldn't even get a word out. This is the first time I'm telling people this. I couldn't even get a fucking word out. I'm the one that set up everybody to get the call. I couldn't even get a fucking word out. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't even get a word out. And I wrote out, not because it wasn't about me getting the word out. It was about them, getting what I felt like everybody should have had. It shouldn't have been a thing with just YMF and with Cassidy. It should have been everybody that was a part of the real BRC. But them niggas.
Some people try to make things about themselves, like not realizing like this is a community thing.
Bruh. It was about that whole shit. Listen.
Shit that happened.
That whole shit.
That's some female shit.
No, listen. That whole shit was about YMF and Cassidy. That's why you're right. You're 100% right when you say, bruh, I'm glad that you're in a position that you're in right now. I'm glad that you're doing good. I was kind of low-key happy, and I know that the haters going to take this and they're going to run with it. The Cassidy fans going to run with it. Yeah, I was kind of happy that Cassidy got what he, because even leading up to that battle, it's public knowledge now, Cassidy kind of screwed Jang over, So it was like Cassidy was doing a lot of shit. He was fucking over and making promises that he didn't keep. He didn't want to, that he wasn't able to keep, even including saying what he was going to do in the ring, even including what he said he was going to do for the real BRC, what he said he was going to do for the battle of the night, what he said he was going to do for a performance of the night. Cassidy didn't keep none of those promises. But do you hear these Cassidy fanboys asking him those questions? No, you don't. No, you don't. Do you hear the haters asking those questions? Yeah. What's the name? Battle Truth was like, yeah, what happened to the money? But see, a lot of them asking those questions because they're hating, because they always hated from the jump. You can never say one of Cassidy's biggest supporters, as Piper Boy put it, is somehow Cassidy's biggest hater. No. I called a spade a spade. Cassidy lost. He lost. Now, if Cassidy going in against Hitman and Cassidy wins the battle, I'm gonna come on here and say, man, Cassidy back. He back on the map. He learned from his mistakes and he won. You see what I'm saying? People are, Rob, now you want to hop back on the train. First of all, there's no train to hop on. It's either right, it's either wrong. It's either hot or it's either cold. It's either you win or you lost. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. There's no train. See, y'all didn't see the reason why the real BRC really got mad and those dudes really got mad is because people make assumptions for you, bro. People make assumptions. They assume because you're supporting Cassidy so heavy, you must be a fanboy. You must be a fanboy. They thought I was infatuated with Cassidy like they was because of the way that I was approaching it. No.
My thing is,
wait.
You. Let me say you, because you was involved. You are the type of person or people that Cassidy needs to hear things from to be, truthful.
That's a fact.
I'm not gonna sit right here and be yes, I'm sorry, it's not in my blood. Like I said, I'm a grown ass man at the end of the day for anything. So, and if I fuck with you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. And that's just like you say, for example, you fucking with a girl, shit, good girl.
Yeah.
But then you got this side chick that you doing her dirty with. As your bro, your man, I'm gonna say, yo, bro, listen, I can't stop you from doing what you're doing. But your world, bro, like you wanna get yourself caught up in the real dilemma and shit gonna escalate to something big. You need to, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you that, you know what I mean, not to hate on you, not to be in your business, but just seeing where this shit could go. So I'm gonna just keep it real with you. So either you're gonna be receptive to what I say, or you're gonna say, yo, I'm gonna do me. I ain't fucking what nobody say. But if you say, yo, I don't care what you're talking about, bro, I'm just doing me. At the end of the day, I ain't talking about this edition. I smoke my piece. You gonna do what you want, but when shit hit the fan, don't say I didn't, try to at least, give you some type of feedback or some guidance about your situation. You know what I mean? You grade me off, it's the end. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't want to fuck with me because I have a different opinion than y'all, I'm not telling y'all to feel how I feel. I'm just saying this is how I feel. Now, if you feel truly different about it, that's on you.
Hey, but check out the flip side, though. But check out the flip side to it, though, y'all. The flip side to it, and this is why you was 100% correct when you said double R. You did a great job by leaving that situation. You want to know why I did a great job and why you're 100% correct? It's because those dudes will forever be stuck inside a Cassidy one box. What I mean by a Cassidy one box, I mean they can't say anything outside of Cassidy did good or Cassidy won. So they are legitimately stamped unless they make a change. But if they make a change now, it's gonna be bad for them. You think motherfucker 300-400 people left my channel in one day? Oh, they gonna shut whoever else lead Cassidy, they gonna shut their channel down. They gonna shut their channel down because now you in the box. YMF, all of those guys. Wonder why they ain't do no videos. Wonder why they ain't been doing no videos. Because they forever in a box that if they say anything outside of Cassidy 1, they're done. They are done. And they know that they don't have it.
I mean, as a grown-ass man, how do you let somebody determine what you feel or how you should feel?
And then here's the thing. I'm about to answer that. Listen, they're not as mentally strong as I am. They don't have the mental endurance that I have. They haven't built the relationships, the real authentic relationships with people like I do. You see what I'm saying? So they don't have. So when I was going through all that, it was people like Kenneth Robinson, King Tally, Carlos, Kafani, BX Sports, Stuff Williams. It was a whole bunch of dudes there. True Sinister. It was a whole bunch of dudes there that had my back. My brother Nixon, Ben Judah Israel, motherfucking Shadow Assassin. All these dudes you see in here now was there because they were all there the same reason why I was there. They were all there. BR. All of them was there for the same reason that I was there, is to tell the truth. We're not here to kiss ass. He said, Case Plug said, Double R, have you reached out to Cassidy since the Arsenal battle? Why would I reach out? Salute to Case Plug. Why would I reach out to somebody that hung the phone up on me?
I understand.
You know, you see what I'm saying? So when you hang the phone up on me, that's up to you. You know, that's up to you to reach out to me. But he listened to my videos. He know this and he know that. But, you know, Cassidy is the type that's like, okay, well, I ain't dealing with him no more if he ain't saying nothing great about me. I mean, if like, this is what people don't understand. If I had to say great shit about you for you to deal with me, then you wasn't fucking with me to begin with.
But the thing is, when you in profession, you're gonna take criticism.
Facts.
Everybody took criticism. Michael Jordan took criticism. Muhammad Ali took criticism. Like, the greatest athletes or people in the world, even great kings and queens, they ain't got nothing to do with sports, took criticism.
Fact, that's fact.
Because they were so great at what they did. You got people that's going to criticize them. Oh, he did this. Now, I mean, like, me, I can't speak for Cash, you know what I mean? But I just, like, if I was in his situation, I'm taking it all. Like, I need all the negative and I need all positive feedback. I don't right here argue with fans, or I'm not going to right here and tell people they hate it because we criticize them. I criticize my favorite teams or players all the fucking time. Oh, why he ain't doing it? Why it's a part of the game. You want to take criticism.
Now, listen. You're right. Now, if you told me Cassidy was on some shit like how Double X just said just now, then I'd be like, oh yeah, Hitman might be in trouble. If y'all told me that Cassidy talked some shit like we just heard just now from Double X, oh yeah, that shit gonna make me a monster. Y'all, I want all the comments. I want all the smoke. Now I'd be like, okay, Cassidy gonna buy all of this criticism and all that, and try to make it seem like that's hate and not taking accountability for what you did or didn't do. That's how I know Hitman about to do him dirty. And I know anybody else that Cassidy battle gonna do him dirty because Cassidy don't get it yet. See, three Letterman and be like, man, that's, you know, I don't hate Cass. I was listening to him the other day. I had to burn a little bit. But he said, I was listening to him the other day. He said, man, I ain't hating Cass. I'm just saying, no, you're a hater. You know what I'm saying? You're a hater. You've been a hater. You've been following Cassidy on every fucking podcast, on every fucking video, hating. I've been following Cass on every video that he do, almost every video he do, critiquing him. Cassidy, yeah, that shit was garbage. I want you to know that this shit was garbage, so you can go in there. People are like, okay, so what do you want to do if Cassidy go in there and he dominate and he go in there and surprise? One dude said that. I said, okay, then I would have fulfilled my purpose. Because it's only gonna make me better. This is why I tell dudes, y'all think I'm doing good now? Just think about it, bro. Think about if Cassidy go in there and he thrash Hitman. What you think my channel gonna do then? Y'all think I'm doing good now? What?
Super lit.
Huh?
Super lit.
It's gonna be super lit because everybody.
Yeah, I can see the haters in your comments now too, like coming up with every bull. And I just laughed out loud with my eyes. Yeah, keep watching, keep clicking it, keep giving me them clicks. That's all I need. I don't care about what you say.
No. I care about what they saying because I can use that. I'm the type of motherfucker. I like to use your energy for content. I can use what you say to make content. So go ahead, what you say. Go ahead, because I'm gonna be like, okay, go back to my videos. That's how I know you haven't watched my videos. Because if you go listen to my other videos, I said I'm about to start going on a Make Cassidy Great Again campaign. I said that. And right after the couple videos when niggas got mad because I said Arsenal won, I said I'm about to push Cassidy to be great again.
Yo, you shot, bro. That's your strategy. Hey, I don't mean to say this though, and don't take what I'm about to say personally. But this is how I feel. Mm-hmm. I hope Cassidy prove you wrong, bro.
I hope he do too.
I want him to prove you wrong.
That's why I'm betting niggas. What you think I just asked, bruh? Hey, bruh, what you think? But bruh, what did you think I just asked? What's the name? Demetrius just now. I said, how confident are you in Cassidy? That Cassidy gonna win? Let's bet. I asked King Tally. I said, King, I bet you that Cassidy won't win a round. Let's bet 50 that Cassidy won't win a round. King said, nah, Rob, I don't know if I want to take that bet. King probably somewhere laughing right now. He said, I don't know if I want to take that bet. I'm telling people, man.
But see, now, when you told T that earlier, you know, salute to the brother. Like, that was a good contradiction you caught him in. So I was like, I ain't want to say that. I'm like, dang, you caught him in the contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, you said you was 5,000 confident in it, right? And then when you said something about the bet, it's kind of like he kind of hesitated after that. Like, if you were confident, like, yo, man, fuck that. Yo, we could bet $50 right now. Blah, 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 like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he said he was 5,000 confident. Okay.
Because the battle in the third.
Listen. He said he was 5,000 confident. Okay. So what is $50 to a nigga that's 5,000 confident?
Right.
You 5,000 confident.
I would have took that bet, to be honest with you, if I was him.
Damn.
That's just me. But since I said I'm at a 5, you got to show me. I got confidence, but it's still things.
And this is what I told him. I said to make it even and to make it a little bit more easier and even. I'm betting you 50 that Cassidy won't even make it a debatable. We don't even have to bet. We don't have to even bet. We don't even have to bet that Cassidy will win the battle. If Cassidy make it a debatable, technically he won anyway.
Right.
So if he make it a debatable,
that especially that when you said he wasn't gonna get around, I would jump on that. Like, no, I definitely give him one round.
It's a great possibility.
I would have jumped out the window and said, I'm giving him the first round.
Yeah, that shit. Anybody want to jump now? I bet 20 that he won't win a round. I bet $20 that Cassidy won't win a round.
I ain't gonna do it because, you know, like I said, I'm at that 5. It's part of me like I'm not confident, but it's the other side saying like I'm still saying that action is true.
See, bro, like you said, the contradiction. See, I respect you because you're man enough to say certain things and explain why. I love people that say shit out their mouth and can explain it, even if it don't make half-ass sense. At least like the dude, like my brother that came on here the other day, what's his name? Effect. He came on here the other day, and I said, man, dudes be talking all this trash, but be keyboard warriors. Don't want to jump on the phone. Nigga jump right on the phone. I respect him, and he spoke his piece, even though he was, defending Cassidy, and he tried to talk slick talk and all that. It was fun. That shit was fun. He was talking about like like he said that's like beta male-ish. He said that's some beta. It's not beta male. It's not beta male. Look at my man King Tally, and he was in here with me. But it's not beta male. That's beta male shit, right? But there's not beta male for a motherfucker to talk all this shit about what he gonna do, and then go in there and not do it. But ain't man enough to admit that he was wrong.
You know who that remind me of, little kid?
Who?
Deontay Wilder. He just can't be man enough to admit that he got his ass whipped. He can't.
Don't start that one. Don't start that one, champ. Don't start that one. You know how I feel about Wilder, man. Don't start that one, Snap.
Bro, that's my guy. I love Wilder, bro. I mean,
bro.
Like, come on, man. Like,
I'm one of those people that felt like Fury drugged him, man. Hell no, Fury, they cheated, man. They cheated in that one.
There's probably some truth to that. I can't really say it wasn't.
But one thing I will say, I don't want to stick on this too much. I don't want to stick on this too much because it's not about Wilder. But the one thing I will say that to those people that felt like Wilder making excuses is that he said, he said, Bread Gang said, nah, Wilder got cheated. Yeah, he did get cheated. He definitely got cheated. But the thing is this, right? One thing I will say to those people that felt like Wilder making excuses, one thing I will give to them is that Wilder put trust in that white boy. He put trust in that white boy. Had Fury been a black dude, Wilder would have been all over it. He'd have been all over it. He'd have made sure he didn't get cheated. But he gave that white boy the benefit of the doubt. And he got caught slipping. The moment, Wilder should have known the moment he said, till this day, we've been fighting 400 years to this day, he should have known that he was a marked man. Them crackers wasn't going to allow him to do that. They wasn't going to allow him to do that. They weren't going to allow him to roam around in boxing thinking that he was going to be the top dude after he said something about slavery and all that. They wasn't going to let him do that. You see what I'm saying? And then the thing is, when Fury allegedly beat him, it was on Black History. You see what I'm saying? It was on Black History. So when Wilder say, what are the odds that Wilder say for 400 years we've been fighting, and then on Black History Month, Wilder get whooped by Tyson Fury? That all was symbolism. That was a setup. Wilder was drugged way before.
Like the crazy part about it was when the reporter that was asking the question is like, "What you mean?" Like that right there took like. See, I ain't gonna say too much because I know we gonna be on YouTube, so. But that right there just like it just burnt me inside. Like, I just wanted to jump through the screen and choke this dude. Like, no, you know exactly what this man is saying. Like, you not a living proof of it. Like, look at you as a man. Look at your skin color. Look where you at, and figure it out what he's saying.
Oh, you're talking about the reporter. What's his name? Raheem, Radio Raheem.
Yeah, like, bro, what kind of question was that? Like, that's sort of like when the old girl.
No. But bro, you know they answer them questions like that. Because like my brother asked the pastor that I grew up bagging food up for, right, about whether or not the Most High was a black man, and he was like, well, he admitted that God was black. He admitted that. But then my brother was like, see, how you going to admit it and be out here pushing, this white Jesus and all that? I said, don't even ask that question, because you let that what they call that? You let that inspector come in here and see a black Jesus on that wall and see if he don't get fired. See, it's all about pushing the narrative. It's all about pushing, whitewash. That's all it's about. Right. So if you come, he already had made a pact. The pastor already had made a pact to this white man that he was going to push his doctrine. He was going to push that doctrine. So for you to come in here and say why he don't do this, he already knew what he was doing before he did it. And he will be judged according. But I don't want to get into no biblical shit.
Yeah, it gets deep. I feel you, bro. Like,
but I'm just saying that as a way. I'm saying that thing with Radio Raheem, what you just said about Radio. No, check this out. I'm saying this about what you said about Radio Raheem. Radio Raheem knew what time it was. He knew that. Even Wilder knew what he was doing. He can't. Who signs off on his checks? Who writes his checks? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he can't go out here. He gotta act like he know 400 years. He know what Wilder meant, but he gotta act like he don't, like these clowns do when it regards to Cassidy. When we talk about Cassidy, they gotta act like they didn't see what they seen in that Arsenal battle. They gotta act like they didn't see that to try to protect their, and even that is a sin too. I don't want to get on my biblical shit. That is a sin too. That's idolatry. That's idol worship. And that's why I got what I got. Y'all dudes got to stop. That's why I got what I got. That's why them 400 people left. That's why I had to build my channel back up. That's why I got a lot of the hate that I got. I deserved that because I was worshiping an idol. I was worshiping Cassidy. Whether I want to admit it or not, I was worshiping him. For whatever I want to say, it was putting respect back on his name. It was still worshiping. At the end of the day, it was still that.
No, it's just I won't say you was worshiping. I just think
it was, bro.
I'm looking at it more than of you was a fan, like you were a fan of Cassidy.
You're not supposed to be a fan, bro. You're not supposed to be a fan of anybody, bro. You're not supposed to be a fan. I get you. You're not supposed to be a fan. You're supposed to, like Pipe Boy said, that was correct terminology. You're supposed to be a supporter. You're supposed to support their art, but you're not supposed to be a fan. That's just like, being in love with somebody. You're not supposed to be in love. You're supposed to love somebody. That's idolatry. That's idol worship. That's a sin. You see what I'm saying? So whatever I know all of this shit. That's why people fuck with me, because you fuck with me, because not only am I able to place fault and place blame on other people when they wrong, I'm also able to admit when I'm wrong. I keep telling people, being real is not being right all the time. Being real is also being able to admit when you're wrong. And that's something that Cassidy and his fanboys haven't grasped yet. That's something that they haven't grasped. Yeah, Cassidy, you real. People fuck with you because you real. And people gonna fuck with you even more because you done came out and say, you know what? I said I was gonna do all this stuff in the Arsenal battle, but although you could still feel like you won. Even though I still feel like I had better bars and I feel like I did better, I did better than Arsenal. That still wasn't what I said I was gonna do. But instead of somebody like Cassidy saying that, Cassidy is still gonna walk around like he did great, like he did nothing wrong. Like Sway Sever said about Cassidy. He said, I want to ask y'all something. He said, how could somebody admit they lost when they won't even admit that they got flaws? He said about Cassidy, he said, how could you expect somebody to admit when they lost when they won't even admit that they got flaws?
Oh yeah, damn, I agree with Swave on this. See, Swave a real dude all day. Like, shout out to Swave.
I love to get Swave on here and chop it up. I love to get Swave on here. I love to get Danny Myers on here. I love to get Daylight. Man, Daylight to be fired. That should be fired. Man, King talk about this shit all the time. Hey, man, King talk about this shit all the time about. He said he'd love to see man Battle Truth go. He'd love to see man 3 Letterman. That'll be a fire. Like all of that shit that was going on with the real BRC. Notice YMF got an interview with 3 Letterman. Notice what's the name just got an interview with 3 Letterman. Ill Flow. Notice a lot of them got interviews with Norbs. Now with Norbs, I won't count because Norbs is all about calling up. But there's a lot of people that want to call up, but they got first dibs. You don't want to know why? Because of Cassidy. You want to know why Cassidy did it? It was because they was going to say great things and kiss him off and mop him off. Want to know why YMF is the only one that got an interview with Cassidy? Because YMF, don't listen to me. Go back and listen to the videos. Go back and listen to the interviews. What did he do the whole interviews? That shit would have got mad replay value if he would have actually asked some of the tough questions. But all he did was talk about how great Cassidy was. That shit ain't gonna go nowhere. Even had an interview.
Yeah, you know who I saw? I like the little fella, but when he did go bar breakdown, and he didn't even understand some of the shit that was being said. And
who you talking about?
I'm sitting up, Step 30.
Yeah.
and then my nephew was sitting there watching the bar break because I'm like, y'all like Step 30? He seemed like a solid dude or whatever. And it's not personal, is it? I'm just talking about strictly by the way. And when he was doing the bar breakdown, and he's like, it's like every line that Arsenal said, he just like literally discredits this man. I'm like, bro, Arsenal didn't say the hottest shit in the world, but everything he said wasn't completely trash. Like, you know, tell me that Butch Cassidy bar wasn't fire, that Greatest Anatomy, like come on.
See, one thing about Steph 30. Listen. One thing about Steph 30, he was hopping from mushroom tip to mushroom tip. Let me tell you about that. You know, I would have said something else, but we on YouTube. He was hopping from mushroom tip to mushroom tip. This is real shit. He called me up the first time. I didn't even know who he was. He called me up the first time. I was in here playing the game. I don't know. Might have been getting some head or something. But I was in chilling. So he called me and was like, yeah, bro. I'm like, who's this? He was like, yeah, this Step 30. I'm like, you don't call nobody's phone and be saying, yeah, bro, like we cool like that. What's wrong with you, champ? he was like, yeah, bro. He said this Step 30. I said, okay, bet. So he just started going in on YMF. He started talking about how YMF keep calling him his little homie. He was like, he ain't nobody little homie and stuff like that. So that's why it makes sense now when you see him with YMF and you see that whole shit, is because the whole time he wanted to be YMF's puppet. He wanted to be down with YMF because he came crying and complaining about YMF. I guess got mad with him. You know you a man and you and your wife get into it, or you throw her out the house, or she throw you out the house. That's what YMF did. Threw his ass out the house. So he got mad, telling me my YMF how he keep calling him little bro and all that shit. He told me I ain't nobody little homie. I said, nah, you not nobody little homie. You your own man and stuff like that. And he used to always have this big.
I think he meant due to age. I don't think he meant like trying to like say like, yo, you just a little ass nigga. Like
no. He meant that. He meant it that way. The way that I said it. He meant it that way because he was emotional. He was in his feelings when he said it. He said, man, you keep calling me his little homie. Like, I'm not nobody little homie. I'm my own. See, he hung up. I think I strike the nerve. I don't know, bro. Talk to me. Did I strike a nerve? Did I strike a nerve? I'm 200% sure. I'm 200% sure Cassidy is going to sound exactly like the Arsenal back. Talk to me, bro. Did your phone hang up? Or did you hang up? Did I strike a nerve? You cool with Steph 30? Hey, Argon, you funny as shit for that. He said, in my opinion, Cass can't wait for ARP reaction after. Oh, he said, in my honest opinion, can't wait for ARP reaction after he witnessed Cass rounds. He gonna look at him like, get this fool the fuck out of here. Hey, King, where you at, King? Gone, showing off. Hey. I might come back with a part two of this shit, man. Stevie Mills, what's up with your champ? Salute, tapping in when I came, bro. Hey, King. Hey, XX, where you at, bro? Where you go, XX? XX then dipped out. I said something about Steph 30, man. What's going on, brother? You know, I don't want to make no assumptions, champ. We had great convo, man. I don't want to make no assumptions, but I talked about Steph 30. You tried to defend him, and when I was about to go in, you hung up, bro. What happened? What's up with that? What you and Steph 30 got going on, man? Be honest with me. Be honest with me before I go in. So we're going to end this video. We're going to come back around, people. Stay tuned. Hey, whoever want to hop on, pause, whoever want to jump on the next video, holler at me. We coming back around again. We're going to do part 2 of this thing.